baby steps. Y'all grown. Hello? Let me see this beard. Let me see this goatee. Let me see this goatee we got popping over here.
What's going on, Kendra?
You ready?
Yes, are you ready?
You ready?
Born ready.
Amen.
Amen. What's your name? Deacon, what's your name? You a deacon talking about some amen. Went to church today?
Did you see the back of his head?
Praise God.
Praise God.
I caught it.
Praise God.
What happened, bro?
Every day.
That chewed up milk dud.
What's your name, love?
I'm Demetrius.
Demetrius.
You ain't meat. You ain't big meat.
Texas.
Where's
Texas.
D'Amico?
How old are you?
30.
30. What you do for a living?
I'm a professional tap dancer.
I have never had a professional tap dancer on my show before.
Ain't too many of them left.
I'm originally from Vegas.
Wow. Okay, so and where do you live, Texas? So do you do like plays? Like what do you do?
No.
How do you? I don't know. What is your? I'm thinking Broadway, but you're in Texas.
They ain't no Broadway.
So I just moved to Texas 2 weeks ago. I am originally from Vegas. Lived out there for 20 years.
Okay.
So in Vegas, I performed on the Strip, most notably Caesar's Palace Absinthe.
Okay.
I was performer in that show. And Absinthe is like a variety show, adult variety show.
Okay.
Adult.
Okay.
Right.
So now you are the first tap dancer. Now, normally, if you are a singer
Kendra,
or a rapper,
don't you dare.
Now it's up to you. I don't know if you got your shoes on. Do you want to give us 20 to 30 seconds of you tap dancing?
Kendra?
Of course, I got you.
Of course. Okay, cousins. Let's get ready for this.
Check me out. I don't have my shoes. I don't have my shoes.
So you not tap dancing
on me right now, but
how you hold on, man. Hold up, folks. Hold on. A professional tap dancer ain't got no taps on deck. I'm a professional plumber. I ain't got a screwdriver, a hammer, nothing, a pipe wrench, nothing. I got some of the tools in the back. You ain't got not a goddamn pair of taps nowhere. You in your socks. You ain't tap dancing, bruh.
On carpet. I hope he don't live above nobody.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You a little husky to be tapping on top of somebody's dome. Man, come on, man. You gonna get put out. You gonna get this man put out.
Let's see what taps he has.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You just moving your feet.
I don't know if you can see the feet, but they moving.
What the hell? That's tap dancing. That's trying to kill a roach.
Hey,
tap dancing. Put the phone down. I can do that. That's the healing too. I can do that.
Kendra, I wear a size 16 shoe. Everything.
No,
we don't know if it's the show or not. That wasn't the show, honey.
You want me to go get my shoes on? Get my shoes.
Put them J's on the tap.
Go get it, because right now you just
ain't got no taps under them 11s right there.
Awesome, real. It's all on my page. Check my page out for my tap dancing. But I can give you a special show.
That's not why you're here. That's not why you're here.
That's a special show.
The reason why you called me. So Demetrius, I am curious. How do you tap dance in Texas? What jobs are for tap dancers?
They ain't none.
So, that is my profession of choice. I am also an accountant.
Oh, bruh. Bruh.
How many taps do it take to make a sound? He make a sound. Sir. So now you do counting. You're
accountant. You're an accountant and a tap dancing accountant. Yeah, okay, bro.
What else you do? You do a little hair on the side too?
Yeah, probably, right? Babysit, you do childcare. What else? You do taxes? Like, come on, man, get out of here. That goddamn Where's Waldo shirt on. If you don't get your ass out of here.
I mean, make your paper, but I just don't see how you go from being a tap dancer to an accountant.
It doesn't correlate. This is two different, two strenuous jobs. Like, you can't be both. Like,
oh my God. And he didn't tap nothing. Kendra, right? That's how you kill a roach.
Didn't. Word. He just moved his feet out like he did a little jig. Like, he ain't
that's almost like if you see a mouse or something and you snap a mouse.
There ain't nothing hot foot. Yeah, come on, man. Get out of here. You ain't no damn Savion Glover.
I seen NFL players with better footwork than that.
Prime did a better tap dance than that. That was Prime shit. Prime did a little fucking two-step, high step, little Prime celebration dance. That's more tap dancing than this bullshit.
Kendra, you let these people come on here and tell you anything.
For real. She caught it though. I give her that. She said that ain't no damn
she did. She did catch it. But these people come on here and talking about they do tap dancing.
And this accounting business got her blue. Now she blown. Like now you blown. Like are you a non-tap dancing accountant?
So accountant. An accountant is what pays your bills.
At the moment, currently, yes.
Okay.
He looked like a con man, accountant that'll steal from you.
What job could a professional tap dancer have in Texas? But we're getting more
pickles under his tongue.
Kendra, actually,
Kendra, if you are familiar with the Dallas Cowboys or Dallas Mavericks, they do have halftime performances that tap dancers are doing nowadays.
They play twice a week. So, how you going to make a living off that? They play at home twice a week.
Show.
Let me say this, and again, I don't know, but is that tap dancing job enough to pay you for the whole year to live?
That's why he accounted.
Okay.
Depending on, I've tap danced since I was 13 years old. Okay. So it's a business. If anything else, it's a business.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's stay focused. It was me who got off tangent. All right, we got excited. So we got Demetrius, Texas, 30, professional tap dancer and an accountant. Do you have any kids?
Why he keep moving?
No kids.
No kids. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. All right, Demetrius, Texas, 30, Sagittarius, professional tap dancer, an accountant, and accounting, also no kids. What kind of woman are you looking for, Demetrius?
Well, we can start with the smart one. A smart one, intelligent, educated, God-fearing, beautiful spirit.
Kendra doing all that.
Loves kids.
Why he do that face for?
Brother look like a hairy Goomba.
Okay, Demetrius, stop moving, honey. You've been moving this whole time. They like to tap dance. Tap dance your ass sitting down.
Oh my God.
Hairy Goomba.
That scared me for a second. What you do that face?
This little hairy Goomba.
I need him to find an angle that is
sit still, fool.
That is complimentary of him. Everybody got their angles, and looking down at the camera like this ain't it.
He looked like Steel. He looked like Steel from Juice. If he was in a goddamn remedial class. Jesus Christ.
I do need him to sit still because he doing too much. Sit still, sir. What is you walking around your house? Sit still.
Okay.
Look, he's still moving.
House and gave her a whole tap dance.
So there he go with that face again.
All right, Demetrius, Texas, 30, Sagittarius. He wants a smart woman. He said we can start with a smart woman. Okay, that's a
better angle, kind of.
What's your deal breaker besides a dumb bitch?
Dang.
Deal breakers, bad hygiene, a negative person.
Bro, look a little musty. Damn self.
Can't take care of herself.
I'm thinking about the pickles under his tongue.
Doesn't love herself. That could be it.
Okay.
Let the brother was froze for a second.
Yes. physically fit, preferably.
I know.
Physically fit. What about money? Should she make a certain amount of money?
Money is no object as long as you can take care of yourself.
Okay.
Well, me as an accountant.
Kids already.
Preferably no kids. I'm okay with 1 or 2, but preferably no kids.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra cam. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Got you.
Got you.
Now this is the moment you
look like a
really
candy cane.
put the phone down. What up, ACM?
Yeah.
It's cool.
Waldo.
The
Waldo shirt.
I don't have a stand either, so.
Okay.
Man, if you don't do that Kendrick can and stop playing.
There you go with that.
Put the phone on the ground and show us some tap dancing for real, because we gotta see your
Oh.
Bro, I didn't want to see that brother's tits and belly, man.
All right, let's see. We're gonna get a performance, cousin. All right, we can just see your
Why
legs.
look blurry?
Okay.
Why his legs look blurry? Like
if you just tune in,
his
Demetrius just
sweatpants
moved
was
to
in the
Texas from
90s
Vegas.
and his
Professional
shirt
tap dancer.
is in
But
the
he also is an accountant, and he has
he's
no
not.
kids.
He ain't about to tap dance in no another 11.
Well, now, with no further ado, I would like to present to you
Kendra.
Demetrius, the
He's
accountant.
on the carpet, Kendra. Ain't nothing tapping.
Tap dancer. Take it away, Demetrius. We ready.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
No, that's not it.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Come on, Demetrius. Come on.
And you grab your love partner.
I need to get a good look at the 11.
Get it, Demetrius.
Because
TikTok ain't got nothing on you, Demetrius. TikTok ain't got nothing on you.
It's no, Kendra. It's shown up.
Oh man.
Wait a minute.
Gregory Hines ketchup over here. Get the fuck out.
Wait 1 second. They paid you to do that. That's what you get paid for.
How much they pay?
I could go tap. I could do a 2-step in a boot scooting boogie. I could do it. I know I can. Lord. I believe in myself.
Man, they got this brother out here tap dancing for some puds. This is insane.
I mean,
do that step I like. Kendra got him out here dancing a goddamn whole monkey right now.
That's what I'm starting to think. Like, man, you remember on the old Black Ops of the zombies where they had that little monkey with the symbols.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lord. Where
dance, boy.
That's right. It hit that jig I like.
Do that loop step I like. Come on, boy.
I can't.
Brother was tap dancing with some pud. He's on the carpet.
It's giving jig. That's what it's giving.
Yeah. Soft shoe. He did a little soft shoe dance.
Yeah, I don't. You know what? In the jobs that Black people can't do, shouldn't do, we're gonna add tap.
Buck dancing.
We're gonna add tap dancing to that. We taking that out.
Picking cotton. I ain't never gonna be that stressed or that damn bad where I'm gonna pick some cotton. I can't do that.
We not doing that, and we not tap dancing and doing jig.
Nope.
For nobody. We not doing it.
No. We should stop. We have stopped tap dancing. That's the lost art.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I could think about. You know, you got the white people clapping. Oh yeah, do this. Yeah. That's all I could think. I'm sorry. They showed clapping. You can do it. Right. Yeah, boy. And they love to hit that boy.
Do that step I like, boy.
We're gonna go ahead and put tap dancing because that tap dancing set us some years back.
Yeah, y'all had tap dancing for no white folks.
We went back to the 1930s with that. With what's the curly hair little girl?
Annie.
Shirley Temple. We went back to that era.
Come on, brother. They're gonna make them do it again. Probably somebody gonna probably pay and make them do it again. They got him tap dancing for some pud. I get paid for this on the carpet.
Think about it. He said he was at Caesar's Palace,
right?
So he was getting paid for it, but
at
some point,
he said.
At some point, we can't be out here doing no jigs like.
No, I get paid for this. I ain't in costume or nothing. And nah, man, I ain't putting on no damn Jordans to tap dance on no carpet.
I get paid for this. Yeah, that's what he should have said. I get paid for this. I'm a professional.
All right. I've tapped at the finest Caesar's Palace burlesque shows. I'm a professional. You gotta do this for free.
I feel like he do the whole clapping and dance with it. Like,
jazz dance?
That's why I was thinking the monkey with the symbol in the Call of Duty Zombies. Because
damn, man,
do he do the clapping with it?
Probably. They throwing peanuts and banana peels at him and shit. I don't know. Who knows, man? That was bad.
I can't. This set us back.
That was bad. They ain't have to make that brother tap dance. Nah, they didn't have to make that brother do that.
Oh, Lord. Let's see if we can recover from this, from being set back.
Come on,
almost 100 years. Like,
I still don't believe you're a professional.
Well, it can range anywhere. Well, really, it's all about what you bring to the table, Kendra. I can tell you what I've made so far.
A little winded.
This past year. Excuse me, but this past year.
He's working hard. I'm gonna give you a chance.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna give you a chance.
This past year, I was able to make 6 figures.
6 figures to do that?
100%.
Kendra, let him get some water. He tired.
How you blown up? You did a little hop, crisscross your legs, and you blown up, and you a professional? Nah, man.
You did it in 20 years.
Nah, man. Yeah. You
ain't did it since you was 13.
That's what it was. He spent one summer at Tap Camp, and now he Gregory Hines and them. Yeah, all right, bro. Sure,
because if you was to ask me to get out here and march and get a trumpet, I might be a little winded myself.
I mean, I ain't did it in that 15, however many years you ain't did it.
Right.
But if you a practicing professional, bruh, you a little flabby to be hopping around on some Caesar's Palace stage show. Nah, man, get out of here. Get out of here, man. You got to be trained, or at least in shape. If you do it regularly, you be in shape.
This why these cousins was laughing in these comments. Like, y'all was having a good old time, and Kendra know what she doing, making him a highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Got that man winded like that.
Like that. He was winded, coughing, and all that. He blown up.
Become a tap dancer.
Vegas.
One thing I love to do is dance. I love to dance. They pay
Vegas is the wouldn't even call that dancing. I can't even call that dancing.
Hey, anybody can do it, Kendra. Anybody can do it.
All right. Okay, Demetrius, let's continue. When was your last relationship?
6 months ago.
6 months ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask him. Give him a chance to get his breath back. He did just work hard for us, cousins. I'm going to give him a chance to get his heart rate down. All right. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
6 months ago.
I hope your heart rate didn't get up like that.
It's going to be a longer answer. So I'm going to give you a chance. 3 flaws you have to work on.
After that.
Flaws. I could be a bit impulsive.
You was impulsive when you bought that Waldo shirt.
I tend to be a stickler about things, you know. And
he's still trying to get his breath.
And the third, probably wash my laundry more. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Wash your laundry more?
Yeah, I mean that was just
Wash them musty
I don't
draws.
know. I don't know if everyone.
When did
I told you, brother, looking musty, right?
When did you move to Texas?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, you just moved to Texas, like
Just moved
literally.
to Texas, and I don't like it so far. I'll tell you this: the weather.
We don't like you neither.
The weather and the traffic. They're both for the birds.
Did you move because of
Better not talk about my beloved state of Texas, man.
Nobody moves here for the weather and the traffic.
Great state of Texas.
There's so much. Texas has so much to offer.
Come get it.
Come on now. I don't like it.
Well, then take your hairy Goomba looking ass back to Vegas then. And I love Vegas too.
Why do people keep moving here?
Go back. Brother,
Why?
Brother. Well, whatever.
Partly, I had some interviews out here for my accounting job as well as advertising.
Got no job.
But nothing
He got no
fell
job.
through. I actually have family right now. I have
You
family in
most-
Dallas.
You the
Also,
most
I have
skilled,
family in
non-working
Houston as well.
motherfucker
So
I've ever heard.
I'm everywhere at once type deal.
Wait, so are
He's
you not
sweating.
working right
Look, bro, sweating.
I'm currently working, yes.
now?
Just not in my
So you're working as an
desired field.
accountant. Say again.
Here goes
I'm
job
working,
number
just
3.
not in my desired field.
And,
Not in your
and
what,
what
honey?
might that be?
Desired field.
Okay.
Meaning,
And so
meaning I'm not doing my accounting job,
And what would that
and I'm
be?
also not performing at the moment.
So here goes
So
job
what are
number
you
3.
doing to pay your bills in Texas?
She already
I
asked
have
you that.
a couple other businesses I'm working with. I do DoorDash. DoorDash right now is my full-time job, 8 hours a day.
That's why you wearing
And
the
I
shirt.
do also work with Amazon.
Okay. Listen, Demetrius, there ain't nothing wrong with what you're doing to pay your bills, but I think you got to be honest with the ladies.
And I
Because
am.
you say you're a professional tap. Okay.
Sorry, continue. I'm sorry.
Said about
Yeah, because
different things.
we went from professional tap dancer to accountant to now actually you do DoorDash, which listen, life happens to all of us. But I would have rather you said right now I'm doing DoorDash, but really I'm an accountant and I also tap dance. You gave us 2 jobs that aren't paying your bills first.
They are not paying my bills first, correct. They do still pay me, though, Kendra.
Okay.
At one point,
Okay.
they did.
Still. I also do accounting for casinos, as a matter of fact. So
Sir,
I am everywhere I
You
want.
work
just like
in
I
the
said.
casino tap dancing and you do the accounting.
Ain't no
And you
casinos here.
Brother.
Ain't no casinos here.
Brothers deluded, man.
Where the casinos at? You
So
you still
why
do
did you move
the
there? Like,
you do the casinos for the casinos in Vegas?
If whatever you into, you had no opportunities there while you there. This is puzzling to me. Like, it's nothing. Yeah, I mean, okay, there's no opportunities there. If you had to be there, you had to be there. What kind of circumstances got you to Texas from Vegas for 20 years? And you non-performing, you're not grossing anything from these businesses, then it's not a job. Like,
They don't
whatever.
pay your bills.
Brothers deluded. Just said it. I'll do DoorDash. Like, trying to sound sophisticated.
See, this is why, ladies, make sure you ask them questions.
For real.
And dive deeper. So, what you do all day?
Right.
Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Oh, because accounting sounds nice. But what do you do to pay your bills? And Kendra asked him this question, and he gave her 3 different answers.
Yeah, right. Word.
So you're going to have to dig deep with this one. So on your accounting job, what company is that with? Is that Are you local? Do you travel for work? Y'all better start asking.
You gotta get on that. Yeah, you gotta get on that with these dudes, man. They lead you astray. This guy trying to sound sophisticated. Just say I do goddamn DoorDash.
Right. And then you could say I do DoorDash right now. That's what's paying my bills. But I'm trying to get into my field, which is accounting.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Keep it real, man. Come on, man.
What's wrong with saying that?
Trying to
if she ain't messing with you, she ain't messing with
good. You don't need it anyway.
No. Let's see.
Come on, brother.
Okay, well, I see it corrected. He's multifaceted. He is making money from all those professions. All right.
Absolutely.
Demetrius, why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
Because I am healed.
He still didn't recover.
I'm recently divorced.
So
I am healed from my divorce.
Comments.
Wait, when did you get divorced? When did
he get
You was married?
I was married.
I have totally forgot.
I was married, Kendra.
Your last relationship.
You know what? I had totally forgot. That threw me through the loop. I forgot the caption said his wife cheated.
That's
and
true.
He been sitting here talking about this tap dancing and stuff. I totally forgot.
I'm thrown off myself. Absolutely. You're right.
Okay, so he got divorced. Okay, let's get into that. Okay.
Was your wife?
100%, Kendra.
Oh my God. Demetrius.
Brother is
okay.
blown
Now,
all the way
I'm
up.
learning. Because I did forget to ask, have you ever been married? Normally, though, if you would have said, I got divorced, you just said 6 months ago.
You just assumed he don't get no pud.
That's all. Married and got divorced.
That's all.
Well, that wasn't your question, Kendra.
I have to eat that one. You're right. I wasn't more specific. I've learned my lesson. So, okay. Have you ever been married?
Yeah.
Yes. You already know the answer.
Once. And you got divorced 6 months ago.
Absolutely.
What's the exact date?
Officially divorced? Or did y'all separate?
Or do you think you divorced?
Officially divorced. Effective January 1st.
So you broke up 6 months ago, but you've been officially.
So courts process divorces on a holiday? I don't know.
I don't know about that.
That's
Maybe
a holiday.
Maybe in Vegas it's effective, immediately. I don't know. Vegas a little loose like that. Like, yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know courts was open on holidays. So
Vegas, anything goes. Wow. Love it.
So that begs the question, though. He got divorced on New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
And is you running from your ex-wife?
Good point. She jazzy him.
How bad did the relationship had to be that you got to leave your whole city you grew up in to get away from her?
Yeah, that could be one of them disaster scenarios. The picture's kind of coming clear now.
Is he on the run?
Yeah, he might be. He might be on the low.
Out there? You got some children?
Might be on the low.
Kendra, but ask him, do you got any kids?
Mm-hmm.
Have you fathered any kids?
Kendra ain't asking because he assumed he ain't getting no pug. Right. That's why she ain't asking.
Why did y'all get divorced?
She cheated on me.
How'd you find out?
Look, why are you looking confused about? Answer the question.
What happened was she gaslighted me. She accused me of cheating while she was doing the cheating.
But how you found out?
How'd you find out she was cheating? How'd you find out about the guy?
The same way she accused me of cheating. I was in the shower. She went to my phone, saw something that supposedly she didn't like, confronted me while I was in the shower. I get out the shower, the argument ensues. 3 days later, I go through her phone and find a 4-month plus relationship.
As much as you accuse me of cheating, I should have cheated.
Done. First of all, let me explain.
She was messing with someone for 4 months.
The old bait and switch on them, huh?
Damn.
And they be doing it to you too. Be going through your phone and trying to rationalize her dirty deeds. She saw something she ain't like, which was probably nothing, just enough to justify her actions, most likely. Seen that play before. Wow.
It's over.
Trifling hoe.
Trifling hoe.
Trifling hoe.
Trifling hoe.
Trifling hoe. Indeed.
Who child? That was a year ago. When you find when all this happened?
6 months ago.
So you found out 6 months ago.
You just said this.
For divorce the next day?
Yeah.
No, not the next day.
Soon,
but
right there. Yeah.
I tell you, it wasn't soon thereafter. I actually didn't file for divorce. She did.
She was ready to go. Like,
so
she wanted you to find out.
It was mutual at that point. We decided to move on. Get this. I found out she was cheating on me a week before our vacation to Bahamas. So we still went, but separately, of course.
Shit, can't get your money back. I mean,
you gonna
it's uncomfortable, but
to the Bahamas.
I ain't taking her nowhere. She go in that one right there. I'd have never already invested. I'm going to the damn Bahamas. I ain't canceling the damn that. Damn it. Whatever. You go ahead. Just don't leave me alone. Like, we ain't even here. I'm not even here. Like, you don't even see me. You can't get your money back at that point.
I mean, you can't get your money back, but
like, it's already. I mean, it might not sound ideal. I mean, trying to snuggle up and if you did any of that, that's foolish. But you going, I paid. I'm going, man. Damn that. I ain't gonna let her ruin. He ain't take everything from a brother. You already was running around doing dinos. I deserve this Bahamas. Like, if I could cancel her part, I probably would have.
That's what I was saying. I would have canceled her flight.
Right.
She can't get there.
Right.
But I'm petty, so
right. I'm going. Yeah. Like, I ain't even worried about that. Like,
so you ain't going.
Nah,
you gonna have to. If you want to go, you better figure out a way to get there. But
you and him go.
Right. I pay for this. I run this. Nah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? So you had a pre-planned vacation?
No, you just wake up one day and go to the Bahamas.
Vacation. Y'all decided to both go to the Bahamas separately. Did y'all talk while y'all was in the Bahamas?
Yeah, we talked.
But
I was on my own shit. She was on her own shit.
So you was with other women in the Bahamas?
I was not with other women in the Bahamas. No. However, I was single on that trip. Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna leave it at that because I don't know if y'all got a disposition or something. No. But I don't want to get messy.
Kendra, everything is closed effective January 1st. Case is closed. I'm divorced.
Case is closed. Y'all friends?
You heard that before.
Hell no, we ain't friends.
Why would they be friends after this?
Hell no, we ain't friends.
Okay, you ain't friends with that trifling hoe. Okay. I think I asked you why I would want to be lucky to be with you, right?
That's a trifling hoe.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to get married again?
Yes. To my queen. Absolutely.
To your queen. And what's the age range you would date, Demetrius?
30 to 40.
Should she be in Texas?
No.
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 So you're going to leave Texas eventually?
Absolutely.
Well, go ahead.
All right. Well, Demetrius, honey,
Once
I
you know
appreciate
what.
the transparency. Let's do it. The time has come. Demetrius is in Texas, 30th Sagittarius. He's a professional tap.
You know, I'm a proud Texan, so
And I'm an honorary Texan.
because I feel I take this to heart. You know,
Yeah. They don't want you to know that.
I take this to heart. You ain't gonna talk about my home state like that. Let me stop. I don't know. I feel pride in being a Texan, but anytime somebody say something about it, like hey, whatever.
Tell them.
I'm sure people have that same pride about their own, you know, their state or where where they came from and things like that. Like I grew up here my whole life, so
except New York.
I know.
We hate New York. Lived there my whole life. I hate this motherfucker. Anyway.
Dancer, also an accountant. He's everywhere at once. He does DoorDash, and I forget something else. You do something else besides DoorDash.
I'm a hotel accountant.
Hotel accountant as well too. Casino accountant.
Correct.
Yeah. Tap dance. Don't forget that one. That's the.
So he the one that didn't get our accounting right when we was in Vegas, or
that's that motherfucker right there. Hey, whoop your little thick ass. Come here, man. Let me talk to you for a second. My shit right.
We was waiting for like a whole month. Well, that's after that hack, but we was waiting a whole month. Can we get our hotel bill?
I'm saying, man.
We trying to pay.
Right. And me lingering. Come on, man. I like to close my accounts. Goofy.
Right. Give me the bill. Like.
That's the most.
Don't forget that one. That's the big one. That's big one. Kendra, I don't know if you know this, but I was all over Vegas, all over the news during Super Bowl. You know, I tapped with a lot of people at the Super Bowl, so that was my big coming out party.
And
you
check my page.
Did you perform at the Super Bowl?
Not at the Super Bowl.
Did you see him perform at the Super Bowl?
However,
you was there.
There was a club
Wasn't you?
at the Super Bowl called Winfield, or not Super Bowl, at the stadium, Allegiant Stadium. Follow me, Kendra. Follow me. Allegiant Stadium, right?
This dude got so many plot twists.
There's a club at the Allegiant Stadium called Winfield. I performed at the Winfield.
So
I went to the Super Bowl. I was in Vegas.
I know. I saw you.
The day of the Super Bowl, you performed.
Whoa.
The day of the Super Bowl, yes.
You performed in the club.
All over the news.
On the weekend in the city. You wasn't at no damn Super Bowl.
It was big news on that.
Why was it big news?
The whole world.
Kendra.
Come on, Kendra.
My world, Kendra. You know I'm big deal.
My world.
Were you on the actual news? Was you on Demetrius news or the real news?
The real news, Kendra. The real news.
So
real news.
They had the halftime show and they went to you?
No.
Let's throw it to Demetrius.
Come on, Kendra.
We did not see Demetrius on the halftime show. I watched.
I'm a professional tap dancer. Who lived in Vegas for 20 years.
What?
And
I have friends. We have mutual friends. In fact, we have mutual friends.
Me and you? Me and you got mutual friends?
Me and you, Kendra.
Me and
you.
You know Usher? So I'm sure you know Usher.
How you know
Usher? Demetrius, if you're going to tell this story, then you got to tell it all.
He's so throat.
I don't want part 2 of these confessions.
Out of here, man. Get this guy out of here.
Where's that Kane at the Apollo?
Right.
Get him out.
Sandman. Get this guy out of here, man. Get him out.
Get him out. Here name dropping, not our beloved Usher.
Get him out. Get him out of here, man.
Yo, Ush, what up, Demetrius? Stop it.
Man, please.
So he gonna say that he showed Ush how the footwork
that
properly.
Little step. I told him that. That little breakdown he be doing right there, I told him that. Stop,
Demetrius. I mean, he
Grandiose delusions. Grandiose. I did a little that same little two-step on that weekend, so I was at the Super Bowl. No, you wasn't.
I was in the same stadium, and because you saw Usher pass through the back, the back door.
Stop. You performed with him. Yeah, I was on the same event as Usher. That's
y'all
my friend.
came through the same entrance, and you passed by Usher. That don't mean you know Usher.
Dang. Demetrius had delusions of grandeur.
Demetrius. We gonna have to stop this. Let's get to the end because I'm tired of Demetrius. I'm tired.
Sure you know Usher, Kendra.
Carl.
Everybody know.
Call him.
Who?
Call him. Ush.
Call him right now.
Yo, Ush.
Call him.
Usher's your friend. Call him.
I'm not gonna call Usher right now.
Call
you
him.
have Usher's number?
I do not have Usher's number.
So you're not gonna call him never.
You have friends numbers you have. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Now you might have
right,
met
Kendra.
Usher, but friends is a person number you call.
You're right, Kendra. We are acquainted. How about that?
I know mutual damn friend as an Usher. You don't even know Usher's number.
Say less, Kendra.
I don't think you got Usher's number.
Say less.
To be honest with you. To be quite frank.
This is the time.
You call him.
Give your contact info and leave it at that.
Follow me at DMann. DMANN_12. That is DMann_12. Kendra, you don't know this. I was on your show before.
Oh my God.
I was on your show before, Kendra.
Was that?
I was on your show before.
With Zach or with me?
With Zach. With Zach
okay. Well, you only
and you, actually. With Zach and you.
Well, I didn't know this, so you only put me on the show 2 times, so you exceeded your limit. So how was you on the show before if you was married?
I was about to say that.
It was right when I got divorced, Kendra.
When did you get divorced?
You've been on 3 times in 3 months?
Honey, I'm going to say this for all due respect.
3 times in 3 months.
All due respect, and I hope it doesn't offend you.
It doesn't.
Do you do drugs?
Kendra here with the drugs.
I'm sorry?
Again.
Kendra.
Do drugs.
Kendra with the drugs.
I do not do drugs, Kendra.
Have you ever been checked?
Do drugs do you?
What? Mental disability.
All right, Kendra. You have a good night.
That's a good
all my beautiful people out there. You have a good night, all right?
Mental disability.
All right.
Oh, damn.
Wow. Man, Kendra.
Kendra.
Damn.
Usher, you know him? You know him, Usher?
Usher don't know him?
He's not watching.
You are our mutual friend.
Usher's not watching.
You are mutual friend.
Usher on some stage skating around right now.
Usher trying to distance himself from Diddy right about this time. He's got his own worries.
Oh, Lord. Yo, Ush, what up, Demetrius?
This is insane. She ain't to come at a brother like that. A little nerdy.
I want to know if
delusions.
I want to know if drugs do him.
Damn, look at this motherfucker here.
Cause you don't do drugs, but
Do the drugs do you? I'm done.
Do they know you?
Wow. I'm stuck. He was on with her and Zach.
He lying. I'm convinced. Now he lying. Now let's go to the comments right quick. Okay, let's see what these comments saying. He moved to Texas to have a heart attack, showing Kendra he can stop the ground. Bruh is winded.
See?
He ain't no professional.
See?
Went from a tap dancer to an accountant to a DoorDasher. Gotta pay the bills one way or another. Oh my God. Let me make this bigger. Oh, okay, here we go.
Just have dancing on carpet.
Moving like Happy Feet. Stop. Kendra out of line for hyping this nonsense. Too funny. Yeah.
Brother was beat down. He was sweating, winded, all that for the rest of the show. Like he ain't never catch his breath. Like he never caught up.
He giving Legion vibes. Can't get one lie straight. Not out of breath, asking for a woman to be physically fit.
No, yeah. Hello.
Dressed like Where's Waldo? You didn't say that. Oh Lord. Oh yes, boot scoop. We don't do no tap dancing here.
It's Texas.
He resembled a Ninja Turtle. Okay, I repent. Bye.
Donkey He look like a hairy Goomba. That's what he looked like.
So he made over 100,000 tap dancing in Vegas, but decided to leave.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Good point.
Oh Lord, yeah, he was struggling to catch his breath. Like,
yeah, he couldn't. He never recovered. He never caught his breath.
He never like
sweating.
What up? Okay, I talked about him on Facebook. Let me set up. Wait, Javon, you got music in the background? Okay. Oh, you prepared. Let me set him up right. Jawan is one of my man's very close friends, so therefore I know him in real life.
Good catch.
He really is
good
a
catch,
good
Queen.
guy. And he's actively seeking a life partner, his wife. And I've been talking to Jawan for a very long time about coming on my show. And I finally convinced him to do so over the weekend. So Jawan, every now and then I have a lag, which I hate, on Instagram. So just wait 7 seconds before you respond. So I want to set you up right. I'm gonna set him up right. You deserve to be set up right.
Gratitudes.
All right, what is your name and how old are you? Wait 7 seconds.
My name is Jawan. I am 39 years old.
Okay. 39. What do you do for a living?
Wait
7 seconds.
I consider myself a serial entrepreneur. I work across multiple industries, from real estate to sports management and to music as well.
Okay. You're very calm and collective right now.
I can turn it. I can turn it up.
We'll get to your turn up question. Well, yeah. But we'll get to your turn up questions. All right. Do you have any kids?
She's 6.
How old's your daughter?
Nope.
6. Have you ever been married?
This lag is horrible.
No, never married. Okay.
Cancer, baby. Cancer, big cancer.
I know this. You live in LA, correct? Or you want to say LA's good enough, right? He lives in an outside city, but we can say LA. We don't gotta give the exact location. But he lives in LA. Yeah, he lives in LA. All right. So we got Jawan, LA, 39, cancer, a serial entrepreneur, has a 6-year-old daughter, never married. Here we go. What kind of woman you looking for? Wait 7.
Before we go into his qualifications, what the heck is a serial entrepreneur?
You're an entrepreneur or businessman. An entrepreneur is you're going into business for yourself.
But he's doing, that means multiple businesses. He started up multiple businesses. Do you got successful businesses?
Correct. Would you be a business owner, right? You know,
I
own my own
that's
business.
what I think
run
it
my
would
own
be.
business.
I'm a business owner.
They use the word entrepreneur out of context. Entrepreneur, you're going into business for yourself. Like that's not a consistent, after you start, once you start the business, you become a business owner. Maybe I'm using it wrong, but whatever.
That's what I always thought as well. So, okay. Let's see what his qualifications are.
7 seconds.
I'm looking for, in what regard? Just total package wise?
Well, I'll just, you can start off what you're looking for, then I'll ask you more questions in depth. But overall, what kind of woman are you looking for?
attractive to my standard, obviously, to my own standard, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Somebody who is supportive, somebody who is caring, loving, patient, intelligent, things of that nature. Also resourceful for herself.
Okay.
Also resourceful for herself.
Can just get the lag together.
Okay.
You could hear.
What are your non-negotiables? Something you would not date. Wait 7 seconds.
Somebody who feels entitled, entitlement, lack of accountability, and bad hygiene are non-negotiables for me.
Bad hygiene. Okay.
You might as well not date,
Should she
brother.
look a certain way? Wait 7 seconds.
Absolutely, she should look a certain way. Absolutely. Huh?
Do you want to describe? Do you want to describe your ideal type of woman?
Like I said again, beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
He
but
look
I
like he be chasing
women,
red bones.
Preferably like 7s and up. I like to put ratings on things. 7s and up for me. You know what I mean?
Look like a red bone.
I like nice
chaser.
physiques. Somebody who takes pride in their physique. I don't like women that are overweight. For me, because that tells me a lot about yourself. That you don't really care about yourself, in my opinion. These are just my own personal demands.
Here we go.
Okay? Don't shoot me.
I'm not gonna shoot you. I wanna just go deeper. So a woman to you that you feel as though is not in shape, doesn't care about herself.
Yes.
Wait 7 seconds.
A woman who does not take care of her body or her physique, that lets me know you don't care much about yourself. Yes, that's my opinion of that.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
So you have.
And why does she need to go any further than that?
I mean, speaks for itself, right?
He said what he said. If you are overweight, out of shape, you don't take good care of your health and stuff like that. That's
what he feels. That's what he said.
So, but the feminism in her is going to have to kick back. And because she know the people that watch her show is out of shape, got a bunch of baby daddies, got a bunch of kids. So she will fight tooth and nail for that demographic of woman. And here it is. It's kicking in.
Yeah, she gonna scratch a little bit, but she can't do too much because again, this is personal friends with her man,
her paramour.
Unquote. Yeah, so she can't light him up too bad.
Yeah, I forgot that quick.
Yeah.
So that begs the question: is her paramour a serial entrepreneur as well?
That's what he told her.
Better go check.
Okay. Yeah, hey, Risa Tisa. and those dudes from that I'm not even gonna call them out. The dudes from where these guys are from, they known to run a little scam or two. But we'll let that play out on its own. We'll continue.
You have to be in shape. Now let's get to let's get to the money. Okay, I'm gonna let you sit down for a second. Okay. Absolutely. Does she have to make a certain amount of money?
I have a preference too.
All right. Okay, I want to make sure we don't get cut off. How much money does she have to make, Juwan? Wait 7 seconds.
So I would like my lady, my life partner, my potential wife, to be in the ballpark of $350,000, preferably $500,000 or better. And I have reason to support that claim.
Or better. I want you to support. Now, before you support, I want to say
him contradict himself.
Juwan is not a gold digger. He does extremely well. So this isn't like he's trying to get a woman that he does better than that. So I just want to put that out there because the first thing they're going to say is you are looking for a woman to come up on. So support your claim while the woman has to make at least $350K to $500K to be considered as your woman.
These are my standards.
Wait 7 seconds. Wait. I don't want you to get cut off. Wait, hold on. I don't want you to
let him go.
You lag, unfortunately, on Instagram. So just wait 7 seconds.
Okay. So first and foremost, I'm not a gold digger, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I do well for myself by any standard. So, but these are my demands for myself. And the reason why is because a lot of times we all know the responsibility men have. You're called to be providers. You're called to protect. That's standard. You know what I mean? If you're a standard man, you're going to do that. However, I don't feel resourceful men should be seeking out non-resourceful women. And the reason why is because I want to make sure that you could sustain a certain lifestyle for yourself before you start looking for a certain man to elevate your lifestyle. You know what I mean? So, for instance, if I'm dating a woman who's, non-resourceful and I'm the only one resourceful, what evidence do I have that she actually cares about me? She might just be codependent on me for the resources that I provide. But if she's resourceful and I'm resourceful, then we both know we're dealing with each other because of genuine interest. So many times people date somebody else for what they lack. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't like that. I want to date a woman who I know has genuine interest in me, not for what I could do for her or because I take care of her entire life. So that's primarily the reason.
He said a lot of nothing.
Off base.
Oh Lord. Some of it it's got a good footing, but why do her lifestyle have to be so highfalutin? $350K to $500,000 a year is highfalutin.
Very.
What about she can sustain her own lifestyle on an average salary? Black women don't make this type of money.
Not at all. It's not as common as you think.
It's not the average. So it's only a small percentage of Black women making this amount of money. No matter they talk about how many times they talk about them being boss chicks and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
These boss chicks are not making that type of money. Let me put it like that. Boss chicks are not making that type of money.
No.
And so this is highfalutin.
Brother, say you want half. That's all. Just tell him you want half, bro. You ain't got to sugarcoat it. Ain't nobody gonna look at you no type of way. He came up with this elaborate way of saying he wants you to have half. That's all he's saying, ladies. So you can spin it any way you want, whatever, however you want to diagnose it. Or you see, in Kendra's mind, I get where now we getting a peek at her circle to a certain extent. I'm sure these guys are fairly new, but this is the part, when she speaks to these men and she knows all these high value men, this is the part that she gets confused. Like she thinks equally yoked. This is how they use equally yoked. You have to make as much as the woman and the man and everything's supposed to be even. And this brother just want half. If he didn't, it would be maybe 100,000 or maybe even 150,000. I could probably see that. I'm in the camp that if you provide, I don't think you will want a high number like that from your lady or your significant other partner, whatever it is, if you're providing. So let's say the man providing, I don't think you would look for that much money in your woman unless you wanted half. If he's talking about his lifestyle or the lifestyle I'm going to introduce you to, you already prepared to live like he makes tens of millions of billions of dollars. Now, that's not the case. What he's telling you is this condo costs a lot. And if you're going to be up in here, you're going to have to pay half. That's what he's telling you, y'all. I don't know. Y'all can take it for whatever you want. But he's telling you he wants half. That's it. In a roundabout way. And
another thing, a resourceful woman, that's sounding like he needs you to be able to go out there and get that bag. If whatever these businesses ever fall through and I can't come through on the bills for a year.
When the feds come watching.
It's a little rocky over here. I need you to be able to go get it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in the sense, but I'm saying that he's saying it. I'm getting a little nefarious vibes
a little
behind that.
Okay, I make 250,000. You make 75, 100,000. Yeah, I could provide the lifestyle that we need, or the lifestyle that we both would be used to. and you can use your ends, savings. If we trying to shoot for something higher or something like that, that's cool. I could understand that. This number is skewed. I don't know how much this brother makes, but he's talking like you got to make at least that because I make so much more that I don't know, man.
Yeah, I definitely think the number is way too high.
He need to cut it.
He need to cut it.
You need to cut
it. I understand you want a resourceful woman, but that's more than being resourceful.
For sure.
$350,000. That's more than resources.
I'll give you another one. That's we always hear about these pay scale and women, they'll make, now they say they make more than men. But traditionally, for the same women in the WNBA don't make as much as men in the NBA, right? So for a woman to make this amount, like she's gonna have to be a certain age or she's gonna have to be making that kind of money for a while. Like you want an older woman? Like do they be making money like that or having money like that? He 39 and a woman in her 30s. I don't know. Not very many. There's not very many. We watch Kendra and everybody makes 150,000 and got all these jobs when they talking to Kendra. But in the real world, I don't know. That's why he's on Kendra. That's it. If he make all this money, he's worth all this, he does all this well for himself. Why are you seeking out? You can't find this in the real world. You can't find this in your everyday, in your circle. If you're from money, aren't you around money? You can't find a woman that fits your liking with this financial and looks good and all that. Wonder why? Why are you on Kendra?
Yeah, this number is totally wild. And let's see what else he got to say.
Okay, so with that being said, do you want to be a provider? Do you want her to pay half of the bills? Because obviously, if a woman that makes that kind of money, you would think that, okay, are we considering her money? And not saying this is wrong or right, just for clarity. So what kind of support would you want her to have for the household?
Pussyfooting around.
That's a good question. And let me answer that. So no, any woman that I date, I'm going to be a provider for her. I'm an African man. I'm very traditional in that regards. I'm going to provide for her. But while I'm providing for her and providing for my daughter, or if she has a kid, her child, there has to be a level of accountability for what she's doing for herself or in her life. So let's say I have a bad year in business, just hypothetically speaking. I want my woman to be able to say, hey, baby, I got you this month. Or do you need anything?
Didn't I just say that? That if the business, it get a little shaky, one of these businesses fall through and I ain't got no income for the next year.
You did? Sure did.
He wants you to pick it up. Like I want to say like there's a difference between like, I think women, we are your support, but he wants you to pick it up completely. He want to be able to fall. Like
it's gonna fall.
It's going to fall. So can you pick it up?
Hold this down.
Right. Because that's why he needs you to be resourceful and have this type of money, because it is going to fall. Like, not that, okay, well, just in case, we ever get on bad times, I need you to be able to come through and take care of the family. That's what most men say. But it just sounds something off here. Like, these businesses are going to fall. They are going to fail. I need you to take care of this family.
Another Nigerian scammer. I said what I said. He want half, ladies. That's it. What else can I tell you? You want half. You just don't want to tell you want half. If you such a provider, why we got to have such a high number?
Right.
He said it with pride. Oh, I'm an African man and I'm going to provide for who. So what's all the 350,000 and all that for? Like, man, stop, man. Stop.
Oh my God.
Y'all need to really do y'all research. You know what I mean? Trust me when I'm telling y'all. Like we've been around. I've been around a long time. I've been around a lot of folk, and in certain circles, and some things ring true. Like these brothers that y'all think from the motherland is here to save you and put a crown on your head and all that. There's a lot that comes behind that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, y'all need to do y'all research. Stop looking for princess treatment and do your research and see that a lot of these cats ain't on the up and up, man. That's it. We can continue.
There ain't no such thing as soft girl life or the princess treatment.
They looking for it. Mm-hmm. They chasing it.
Thing that I could do, because if I'm paying for everything all the time, you should be able to be saving some of your money, or that should free up time for you to be able to go hustle and put yourself in a better position so you're resourceful for yourself. So I just feel like it's not about her and I splitting bills in half. I don't split bills with women, but it's about her being able to add value, you know what I'm saying, to both of our lives. You know, I'm a man that believes in a virtuous woman, right? And a virtuous woman, by definition, is a woman that is resourceful. She could provide for herself and for her child in an event that the man's not around. That's what it's about. It's about her just being accountable and her not being a gold digger, or her not relying on the man to just take care of her.
Okay. But you don't need $350,000 to be able to be resourceful. If she was working at a regular job, she should be able to take care. If something happened to you and she was saving throughout the whole time that you was paying bills, something happens to you, she should still be able to pay to take care of herself, take care of the household and things like that. If you said she was saving this whole time, why does she need to have $350,000 to be able to do that? Like, we're living at these such highfalutin lifestyles that when stuff come crashing down, you don't know how to operate on an average salary. Average people do not make this type of money.
Bingo.
They don't.
Saying, she could make $75,000, take care of her and her child just fine, and her lifestyle is fine. See, this ain't about her lifestyle. This is about his lifestyle. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is where I'm getting the context clues from. Like, he's talking about his lifestyle as opposed to hers. It's not if she's used to it. She could be resourceful. She could be resourceful enough to be taking care of her children, her children on $80,000. Mm-hmm. This 350, that doesn't make you resourceful. Like, we're talking about, like, I don't know when did 350,000 become a little bit of money. Because he's trying to make it seem like that. Like, oh, it's 350,000. She's got to be able to, that's the entry level to be into my lifestyle. That doesn't make sense. Men don't, for the most part, don't think like this. Maybe we should, but we don't. He's talking about the men of his country provide and all that. Then that they would take a peasant from wherever and provide if that's what they was going to do. Y'all new age Africans in here that's been Americanized, that be listening to these types, wig wearing types up here, y'all got the whole game messed up. And you're saying something that don't make sense. It might make sense to his brain, and I'm sure it makes sense to Kendra. But to me, I can't wrap my mind around the concept of why you need a woman to make that much money if you are indeed the provider. It would be a little bit of money. It could be 75,000. Long as you say resourceful, that's a long scale. Her resourcefulness might be good for her lifestyle, but it's not good for what you got going on. If you're this business owner and you got your finger in all these pies, that's your lifestyle. You want, so then again, here we go again. You want a woman that can maintain your lifestyle, not her lifestyle, your lifestyle. So what does that tell you? Y'all got to read between the lines, man. Yeah, I'm sure it's a bunch. Kendra seems she's smiling and eating it up, yucking it up. And I'm sure y'all, who've watched this, or some of you boss chicks who come by the platform and all that, y'all got to read between the lines. Y'all don't be seeing it. You think it's like you getting a free pass or it means one thing, like, oh, we're going to match up and now I'm going to be you want that power couple that you been chasing and you want to be Beyonce and Jay-Z so bad, you don't realize this cat's pulling the wool from under your feet, the rug from under you. Like, come on, man.
I just want to say 2 things real quick. Women are not supposed to take care of a man's lifestyle. We're just not. we can support you for a short term, then you got to go back out there and get it, because we're just not built to do that. And no matter what we say, oh, we abolish it, we make money, whatever. We're just not built to do that long term. The second thing, he wants a woman to bring value, but by bringing money to the table. That's not how women bring value to your life.
Preach.
She has to be a helpmeet. Help you. She can help you get money, but her bringing money to the table is not the value that she brings. It's her femininity. It's her being a helpmeet and things like that.
Preach.
So that's why a lot of men say, what do you bring to the table? And when you start listing out your jobs and degrees and how much money you make, they don't care nothing about that, because it's not going to do nothing for them. But he wants that money to do something for him. That's why it's a value to him. But it's not a value to most men that are providers.
This is why you have to ask yourself, and then ask yourself again, okay, I'm going to pose it. I'll pose the question here lightly, but because I kind of know the answer. They're personal friends, right? So I'm gonna give him a little pass. Like, he just came on the show for Kendra's benefit, or just come on the show effing around. If this man make all this money, he's doing this well for himself. He's the African prince who's gonna provide and do whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Why does he have to go to Kendra to find this woman? Men of means and these 10% and the men that you chase and you uplift, they don't have to come to Kendra. So again, you tell me if y'all believe he's doing what he's saying he's doing, if everything he's saying is true, he wouldn't have to come to Kendra. This is a desperation platform. He's speaking like he's one of the more desirables. He's one of the 10% that the 90% of women chase. I don't believe this. I don't believe none of it. That's just me. I don't think this dude's doing as well as he making out to, or he's trying to say. And this 350,000 is all part of his rhetoric. That's just me. But we can continue.
Solely. Even though I can, she don't need to be codependent on me to do that.
Okay. 2 things I'm gonna ask. One, some women are saying, like, obviously you have a high tax bracket of women that you desire. Some say, oh, women that watch the show can't rise to that occasion. But I think more so, the reason why I wanted Juwan to come on, because I feel as though he fits the category of men most of y'all say y'all want. So I want y'all to understand how they think, so you can in turn realize the man that you say you want, his mindset, and then that will help you understand, okay, is this a person that would want me back, or should I focus on the men who truly want to date me? So this could be an educational moment in all ways, because I do feel as though I want more men who fit these standards to speak, so women can start learning, okay, this is what they kind of be looking for. But let me ask you this. This is a question everyone's
Can I answer that real quick?
Okay.
For those of y'all watching, that's my own standard, because I'm in a certain bracket for myself, right? So the numbers could change for whoever it is for their own bracket. I live in Los Angeles, California. I live in LA. It's pretty pricey out here. After you make $500K a year, when you factor in taxes and car notes and rent, I mean, it's really not a whole lot of money for the state or the city that I reside in. So, but for another state, it could be, the number could be 250 or 150, whatever the number is. You could adjust the numbers.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. Why don't you move? If it's so expensive to live in your state, move.
Move.
Just move. There is 50 states that you could go to if you want to stay in the United States.
Move.
Do your research. Okay, I want to be on a beach or something like that. There's beaches. There's states, cities with beach or access not that far from a beach.
You a business owner. You don't punch no clock. You can live anywhere, right?
Right.
If you're come on, man, I'm not buying, man.
Just move.
I'm not buying any of this crap.
They want to know what happened with your child's mother. Why couldn't you
that was my choice to depart from that situation. We just didn't align. Certain things, certain beliefs didn't really align with the code that I follow when it comes to having a life partner. So I had to let it go. But we have great co-parenting. She's an incredible mother, and we're family. Absolutely.
Do you want more kids?
He already answered.
She can.
Does the woman have kids already?
This guy.
One for me.
Okay. Any limit?
This guy here, man.
One. So she can be a mother of one child. All right. Let's do the Kendra Cam, Javon. This is when you stand up. He doesn't watch my show. You gotta stand up.
He doesn't watch the show.
Yes. Yes. I would say you're coming across very nice, Jawan.
My leg.
All right, we gotta see your legs. Can you put it down? This is a big ass house. This is a big ass house.
This is big ass house. See her pumping these cornballs, man. Dorks.
Well, we got over 6,000 people watching right now. You got
I'm 6 foot, mama. I'm 6 foot.
All right.
No, you're not.
I'm 6 feet.
He's 6 feet.
Kendra, you wouldn't know what 6 feet was if we counted out in inches.
3 years ago.
3 years ago. Okay, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone? You just say you don't want to answer. He's not gonna answer. This is a question you don't have to answer. Huh?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to answer. This is the one question you don't have to answer. What are 3 things you have to work on? Wait 7 seconds.
3 things. I would say probably just being a little more diplomatic when I'm talking to somebody and we have disagreements. Continue being a better listener. I've improved in that, but you can always get better. And then just being closer to my creator for myself. I mean, if we just talking general or relationship based.
Okay, just anything.
Relationship based. So being a better listener, being more diplomatic, and being more romantic. Being romantic. Okay. Juwan, they want to know, did your child's mom make $500K? But let me tell you the difference. So I wish I would have said this earlier. So when you're coming up with somebody, I think that's different standards, right? When I met her, it was many, many years ago, and we were both coming up together. If you notice, I said in the beginning, we switched to a man. At that time, I wasn't who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're both come up together.
Oh, I get it.
Once you reach a certain level as a man, I feel like you should try to pursue people that kind of like
pause this. Hold on, Queen.
To have a certain standard to actually add value to your life.
Oh, I get it. Oh, you came up a little bit and you left the lady that was with you when you was popped. Okay. That makes sense. Y'all hear this, ladies? You heard it, right? Oh, I wasn't who I was then. I decided to leave the situation. Now, when as a resourceful man, you want somebody, come on, man. This cat, a chick that was keeping it real with him, who was down with him, he left his day one when he got a little paper. That's what he did. That's exactly what he did. Like, oh, I wasn't who I was then. And whoop. A resourceful man. So now you need a woman to make $500,000 a year. Why you ain't with the blood-clad lady who was holding you down when you was dusty? Why we not doing that? Like, see, he got hypergamy, man. He got hypergamy. His hypergamy kicked in. That's what happened.
And ain't this the man that y'all in fear of? That you help build with him, and then he gets some money and he up and leave. Ladies, you looking at him. That's him right here.
Up nice and with an African crown on. Stop, man. Stop. Y'all better read between the lines. Context clues. You can pick out the information from what he's not saying. You listening to what he's saying. There's a few things that he didn't say started me on this path, but he started, let him talk. He just clarified it right there. He just clarified it right there. She was down with him. We came up together. I ended the relationship. She don't make X amount. Now, as a resourceful man, he need a resourceful woman. When you was a dusty man, you didn't require a resourceful woman then. Okay. He probably go mess with some. He probably be bunny hopping, man. Wouldn't even surprise me if bro want to go bunny hopping right now. Wouldn't surprise me in the least. Man, please, man. I'm done.
Okay. And you did say this is your personal standard. It might not be all standards for all men. If you just tuned in, we talked about his money requirement of $350K to $500K. Can you answer this though? Because we hear a lot of times that men of your tax bracket don't care about a woman's money. So why does
she's not spending the money on me?
It matters.
The money's not going to me.
On me.
But the money is letting me know that number one, she's had some type of level of resourcefulness, whether she's intellectual. If she's an intellect and she's a hustler, she probably has done something for herself already. A man who's resourceful needs a woman who can also help him be more resourceful. You know, she's supposed to add value to my life, not just take away from me. A lot of women just take. How many women are going to add to that man's value?
There's other value besides money.
I'm looking for a woman to add to my value and pour into me as I do to her.
Okay. What's the age
Anywhere
range
from like 26 to like 36.
26?
Okay.
No.
Does he have to be in LA?
If she has money, hey, listen, if we both get money, we can hop on a flight and go see each other, you dig?
Corny.
Okay. And why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I can name uncountable reasons. I'm resourceful. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a protector. I'm going to pour into my lady. I'm going to provide for my lady. I'm great with kids. I'm a hands-on father. I'm a college graduate. I got a lot of drive. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could go on and on and on.
And you're looking for your life partner. I think I know. I said at the top of this, I know him. He's my man's one of his closest friends. So Juwan is a brother. You know, this is family. And I do know you are actively seeking your life partner.
Who wouldn't want a beautiful, nice life partner to live this life with, for sure.
To live this life with, for sure. All right, the time has come. We're gonna let it go. But if a woman made $100K,
at the end of the day, this is all preference, right? You know, there's always going to be exceptions to the rule.
No.
So if she makes $100K, first and foremost, if she's my lady and she has other values, like she's very intelligent, maybe she could help me, you know, further my businesses. I'm going to help her get to that standard that I want her to be at. She don't have to always come like that. But if she's at $100K, okay, baby, let's help push you to $200K, $300K. How can I help elevate your game so you can be my backbone if I ever need?
Then there's another element of this. I'm not saying all women, but if you help her get all that money, why she need you?
Or if she getting all this money on her own, I'm not saying there's not a lack. Okay. This is going all over the place. Go ahead, Queen. I'm gonna let you go ahead. I'm gonna write this with final thoughts.
So you're gonna help her get money and realize that she don't need you. Not that money is the only thing that men provide. We know that men provide way more than money, but a lot of women out here, that's all they're looking at is money. So if I come in making $100K, you're gonna elevate me to $200K. Well, I can dip up out of here and take half of yours too. Anyways, go ahead, man.
No, I think I'll save this one for the final thoughts. We'll continue. Let's let it play.
Okay. And could she have 2 kids or is it 1 kid minimum?
1 kid minimum. You know what I'm saying? For me.
Maximum, Goofy.
You did good, Juwan. You did good. You did good. No, All right, so let's see if the lady.
Come on now. Where are the 350s and up? 350s is playing.
350K.
350 pounds.
I mean, I can understand it. Do you make more than 500K? You do. Okay. All right.
I need a verbal yes.
He just nodded his head. Nah, man, that wasn't a convincing answer. I think
you can find me on IG.
I need a verbal yes.
Teaching wealth.
A head nod. That's not tangible.
Income in different businesses. So even if you don't pursue me or we don't talk, you can learn something.
No.
Your IG followers are already going up. Listen. I will say this. Like I said, I know him in real life.
Stop defending him, Kendra.
And he does have a lot of great qualities. So I really do hope you meet your life partner so you could bring her along.
You feel me? I be third winning. You know what I'm saying? I be third winning with Kendra and the bros.
What's his name?
But it's all good. We
can't get a name yet.
But now I need to get another female so we can be a fourth wheel. All right. One more time for the people who just tuned in. What's your IG?
WAUN. King_WAUN. Tap in with me. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Thank you for finally coming on. I begged him to come on, so this was a favorite to me. All right. Bye, Joanne. All right, ladies.
Bye.
Kendra, what about your rich friends? I mean, listen. Like I said earlier,
I wrote that in my.
Come on, and I've been saying this. Because I think it's very important that y'all start understanding the mindset of the men that y'all desire. And what I like about Jawad is he actually has a money requirement. We hear all the time about men who make a certain amount of money, don't care about a woman's money. So in the way Jawad said it, it's not because he wants her to contribute to the household. He's going to do that. He wants to, know it's a base of real.
He wanted a 50-50 man.
You get this.
Y'all don't see it. It's just coming around about way.
You make what you make, and now we just have a real foundation of love. So I think it was a good educational moment, even if you didn't meet his tax bracket. But that ain't never stopped y'all before from reaching out to a person. So I'm quite sure whether you make that amount of money or not, y'all still gonna be in his DMs. What up, API Crockett? What up, API? All right, let's keep going. Hello? What's this? Hello?
Oh,
you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
How you doing? I guess so.
What's your name?
I'm Neil.
Neil, where you calling me from, love?
I'm calling from Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, do me a favor. Just wipe your screen.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Okay, don't cut your hair off.
That didn't do anything.
My bad. Can you see?
Yep, you got it. All right. So Neil, Birmingham, Alabama. How old are you?
I'm 40 years old.
Okay. Don't cut your head off, honey.
All right, my bad. I'm trying to sit
Neil.
Sit still.
Right. Neil, Birmingham, Alabama, 40 years old. Do you have any kids?
Nah, not currently.
Not currently. What's your zodiac sign?
I don't go by that.
Okay, you don't believe it. That's fair. What do you do for a living?
I'm a wardrobe stylist. I'm an activist as well.
Wardrobe. You get paid to be an activist?
Wardrobe stylist.
No, it's not about money.
Well, actually, what do you do for a living?
Right, you donate your services as well. You know what I'm saying? It's called a nonprofit organization.
Okay, fair enough. So, how do you make money? Is it wardrobe stylist?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Again, I don't want your head cut off.
Wardrobe stylist.
Okay. All right, so we got Neil, Birmingham,
Alabama, changes.
4 years old, doesn't believe in zodiacs. I can respect that. No children, and he's a wardrobe stylist and an activist. What kind of woman are you looking for, love?
That's the whole thing. The kind of woman I'm looking for, I will have to look for a woman that is accepting of all lifestyles. We live in a world right now where everybody's so judgmental. And I'm just looking for a woman that can accept a man that hasn't been with a woman in a couple decades.
Oh, sorry, not looking for a woman.
Wait.
No, that's not what I said. Did you hear me clearly?
Don't start that. I'm trying to listen, Neil. Here's the deal.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to be respectful.
But that wasn't respectful. I'm sorry. Because I said I was looking for a woman. And I told you a woman that is accepting.
Let me tell you why I said that. Because in the beginning, you said you want a woman that's open-minded to all lifestyles. And then you also said you haven't been with a woman in a couple of decades. So that's why I said, are you interested in men?
No. I said I was looking for a woman. So being
actually,
that
no.
She did.
Kind of woman you looking for? You didn't.
Right, and
that's why I was getting
the
clear.
question, correct?
That's what,
so
here's the deal. Have you dated men in the past?
Yes.
Okay. So
wait a minute. Hold on, man.
I'm not interested. No, I haven't dated a man. And
why you had to say it like that?
So you have dated women in the past.
It's like a fait accompli.
Yeah,
that ain't normal. Yes.
Why did he get why was he so aggressive? Yes.
Like, bro, he said, like, of course I dated men in the, of course. Like, yo, bro, that's not, bro.
Okay, so I just want to say, this is a review suggestion by one of our viewers. So we gonna take a look at Mr. Neil here. It says, brace yourself. He been through a lot. Wants a woman that will not be judgmental of his past. So as we can see, that past is alternatively living.
Yeah. Man, brother, like, I could see Kendra's befuddled state with the way he answered that question. Like, I mean, bro, like, I don't know. I know where this is headed. So
the way he led it, like he said he need a woman to accept his lifestyle because he hasn't been with a woman in the last 2 decades. Sir, you 40. So since the age of 20,
right?
You had none? No,
you've been in the chocolate. Yeah. You've been playing in chocolate factory for the last 20 years, have you? Okay. Oh, is she supposed to be accepting of this?
I don't
know about this one.
I don't know any sisters that's willing to accept that.
Right.
Sorry.
Like that. That's not an easy pill to swallow. Pause. But anyway.
Have you ever been swallowed up? I would. Oh, and okay, so then he said he a activist, and Kendra gonna ask him, do you get paid for that? Kendra, he a activist who
service, Kendra, service.
It's the service. Maybe they get paid. They might. I don't know.
I wonder what kind of activist this brother is.
We know what type of activist he is. He's for the Colorful Coalition of America. I just made that up. Okay. But it might be an actual. Hey,
that nigga probably drink activist.
I don't know.
Well, he is an activist. Yeah, please. Anyway,
but I just came up with that. I think that's what he is. Supporting. And why he all looked it up in the sky, what in the ceiling for? Ain't no woman up there. He looking for a woman up there. I don't know what he doing. Like,
I don't know what he doing.
But
he don't know what he doing. Let's see. Let's see what's going on.
Let's see.
So a couple of decades is 10. So 20 years ago?
Approximately.
Okay. And what made you want to start dating women now?
I want to live a life that's pleasing to the Lord. And that's what I feel like God wants for me.
Do you want to have kids?
I do.
Can I just ask this blanket statement? Because I've had this on my show at times. Men that dated men decided to date women, but they also wanted to be fathers. So do you think it's because you want to have children you want to start dating women?
No, my belief in Christ, Jesus Christ. No, not at all.
Okay. So just when did this dedication to women come back around for you?
Please tell us.
Sir?
What you shaking for?
I'm sorry.
Is he alright? Is bro alright?
I'm sorry.
Well, let's take a moment, Neil. Neil, I want to be honest.
Bruh.
Okay.
Yo.
Eye, look at the teeth.
I see it. Man, this better be. He better be crying for the Lord. You better be.
I mean, what triggered him?
Like, what happened? Like, that's the
y'all
quickest
tell us
turnaround in history.
Y'all tell us what triggered him, because I missed that.
I'm saying,
I don't know what got him triggered to start crying.
I'm saying, like, I mean, come on, y'all watch the show. Y'all watch Kendra. Hopefully, y'all watch us. I've seen women up here with trauma and been through the ringer who stood up tougher and stronger than this. Bro just went to pieces. I don't know what got him to pieces, but he just went from to a very emotional state.
He's crying.
I'm saying that's a real tear. Unless he could cry on cue. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
What's up?
Woo.
Is you all right? Oh man, he might need a moment.
It was the shaking for me. What you start shaking for?
Yeah, he was shaking. Like Ali holding the torch in '96, he was shaking. Oh man.
I don't know if I can. This need more than a brace yourself on it, because we 4 minutes in.
Hey, this one topsy turvy.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a long one.
Lock in.
If you ain't got your popcorn yet, go get some popcorn.
Yeah, put this on pause. Get you some snacks, whatever you need, some refreshments.
We're gonna be here for a minute.
We're gonna be here for a while on this one. Man.
Yeah, this is a big show, so we can proceed. But I do want you to understand that a lot of people are going to watch this. So are you fine with that?
Yes.
Okay. I want to be completely honest with you. This is an international show, so I want to be respectful.
The show ain't that big.
We can move on. I don't want you to talk about something you don't want to talk about.
No, I think it's needed. It's time.
It's time.
Oh no.
I was a victim of a hate crime. A guy tried to kill me, and I just feel like, though I wasn't at fault, I just feel like God is just sending us signs that we need to, live a different lifestyle. So I'm taking my pain as a sign that God wants me to do something differently. So that's where I am.
Okay. Have you gone to therapy, or have you talked? I always want to be honest. I'm not.
Kendra's voice is cracking.
Credentials as a therapy. So have you ever talked to anybody
credentials as a therapist
about this?
He ain't got no credentials.
It's been hard. It's been a hard journey, because I also feel like I'm being discriminated against by the state. The guy who tried to take my life, the way I survived was, I had to use the gun that he tried to kill me with. I had to use it on him, and the state prosecutors are charging me when they know he came in with the gun, so they discriminating against me too, and they trying to cover up that he's tried to gay bash me. So I'm fighting the courts for my right. Right now, they're trying to take rights away from gay people, and I'm experiencing that right now.
Now she's sympathetic.
Let's take a moment, Neil. Let's take a moment.
While he taking a moment, let's that was heavy. Let me just say, first and foremost, just because someone lives a lifestyle different from you does not give you the right to harm or, be violent towards them in any way. So let me just say that. We don't agree with bashing people and
for their beliefs, for what the sexuality, any of that. Like off limits. That's a no.
Yeah, you if you don't agree, you don't agree. You can speak out against it. There's nothing wrong with that. You can say your beliefs. Hey, I don't believe in that. That's fine. But for someone to attack him because of the way he's living his lifestyle is completely wrong.
Absolutely.
So I was just trying to. So from my understanding, he got attacked, and as a part of a hate crime and whatnot for his lifestyle, and he had to use the same gun that he was going to hurt him with, or possibly delete him with. He used that gun to. I don't know if he said he deleted them. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But he used that gun to protect himself. But that then led him to seek relationships with women. So that was he's saying that God gave him a course correct with that. Now, hey, God works in mysterious ways, so I'm not even really going to get into that.
No.
I think bro needs some therapy before you try to go seek a woman. You need some therapy, because if you just talking about the story got you shaking and in tears, and that's still an open wound, and you need to go get some therapy. You don't need to be on Kendra G Show, in front of however many people and watch this video and will watch this video telling this story. And if it's an open case, you definitely do not need to be on here talking about an open case.
Absolutely.
I don't know why all these people come on here and talking about they open cases.
Cases, man. Legality.
Right.
Y'all know what y'all doing? You're sacrificing the sanctity of the case.
Right. All the prosecutor got to do is pull up the interview and see what you told Kendra in the world and what you didn't tell them. So, I feel bad that, that this happened to him. And then especially this is another Black brother getting, probably railroaded through the system.
Yeah. And as well, as you brought that up, let me not fail to mention this. He said he's from Alabama.
Yeah.
And we know historically, the South takes a different stance when it comes to those kind of matters like that. He's a brother, and then he's living the alternative lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
that he could really be coming up against some pushback within this case. You know what I mean? That's not as far-fetched as some people might think. Not that we thought that, but some people might think. I'm just giving a little context there. In the state of Alabama, I could see where he could be up against some persecution to a certain extent because of his lifestyle choice and him being a brother. And I don't know if the other gentleman was Caucasian. There's a lot of ifs in there. But yes, the brother's definitely going through some things, sure. And he seems like he's still going through it. So maybe he should just pause on all kind of relationships until he can, get back on his feet or find something to, to support him to where he can be strong throughout his, time of need or whatever.
Yep.
Let's take a moment.
Kendra's so fake.
Let's take a moment.
Right.
No, it's okay. Listen.
I try to.
I understand. People come on the show, and it's really I take it as an honor that people come on the show and they feel free to express themselves. So I want you to allow yourself to express yourself in the way you desire. I will say that I'm not sure. Do you think you're in a position to start dating right now with so much going on?
Right now, you know, when you're dating somebody, you are there for each other. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is my personal belief, and a lot of times some gay people don't like me because of how I feel, but I just feel what God wants from me. I feel like God did put a woman on earth to support a man in more ways, even if it's more than sexual. And I feel like we all need that from a woman, to someone, just to have someone to talk to and support and show that they really care. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, it's just out of my experience being gay for over my whole life. You know, niggas don't care. You know what I'm saying? The nigga's gonna be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on,
you know? even men saying N words don't care. Ooh, child. Men saying
wasn't he just crying?
They don't care.
Oh, she got us.
I want to be sympathetic. First of all, I'm sorry that you're going through what you're going through.
He laughing now.
I guess
Talk
my
about
question
them
is, I know,
talking about them dinos, make them smile.
Kendra G questions if you desire.
Don't be taking me through it, sir.
Playing on my emotions.
Experience,
right? You play.
It seems like it was a bad experience.
Playing with my emotions.
I'm assuming there's a case going on with this situation of hate crime.
Look, he
not on the hate crime. That's the thing that it's like we're being discriminated against. I really want to get this out there. There are 28 states in the United States of America that do not give gay people equal rights. They do not add them to the state hate crime. So under the United States Constitution, we are all supposed to be equally protected. But so with us being equally protected under the hate crimes, we are some of the most
I mean, hold on. You know, the hate crime, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on this. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I thought the hate crimes were actually established for us, like, so people, they couldn't persecute us. Like, that's when they started to introduce that. Okay, the white raiders against the brothers in the South, or wherever you were, where you were persecuted, or when they were persecuting, when whatever they were persecuting certain other groups, you know, Chinese or whatever the group was. I thought the hate crime was more established for that. Okay, now I understand that you could persecute somebody because they're of an alternative lifestyle, or the colorful committee. So that would, you know, probably be weaved in. I'm not saying they shouldn't be, but I don't think it's a crime. Like, a crime is a crime. If they do something to you, they do something to you. You know what I mean? We can't change the laws. That's legislation. Like, that's on a higher scale. But doesn't that go federal? Or whatever's the case, doesn't that supersede?
Yeah, it's federal. So according to the Department of Justice, let me pull this back up. At the federal level, a crime motivated by the basis against race, color, religion, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. So that's a hate crime. Gotcha. So I thought, I think what you were saying too, like, I thought it was inclusive based on, it says it here, like how your lifestyle and all of that. So it is inclusive. That's on the federal level. He's talking about states. So you might have to kick it up to the federal. If that's, you know, I don't know.
There's something you're going to pursue. I can't say.
Say so you might have to take it to the federal level and fight it. So I don't know. What I don't know how he went from crying to laughing, and then he back about to cry. I don't know what to think here.
I don't know.
What I know is don't play with my emotions.
He had changed the tone of the show with his tear, with that one tear, the glory tear. It changed it a little bit. But we still watching you. We watching you.
Still watching.
We watching you.
And And when he was starting talking about women, it's like, okay, yes, women, you know, we're here to be your helpmeet, but we not here to, if you go through an alternatively living, to be your
your emotional pamper.
We
Goddamn
not.
it.
We not.
Get out of here, man. He sound like he wanted the best. Oh, I need somebody.
That's what he sounded like. He wanted a bestie. That's not my purpose here.
Right.
I mean, I sympathize with you, but that's not. And I see the black women in the comments was like, no, you don't. We as black women have our own trauma. We ain't not, you know.
Fair. That's
I mean,
fair.
I'm fair down with. I'm down with holding our brothers down. I'm all for it. But
he wasn't looking for that when he was
right.
That's
what I'm trying to say.
At the chocolate factory, he wasn't looking for none of that then.
It made it sound like, so he been dealing with men for all his life, and now like something like this happened. Now he want to come to women. It would be the same thing if a woman all her life she been thotting it up 304, and now she want to go to women.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Same.
You know, it's the same difference because you've been living a lifestyle for your whole life, and now you want to flip it around.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say you had a woman that's been dealing with women her whole life. Now she want to have a baby.
She want to go with men. Yeah, she got to get that serum.
Like, wouldn't that cause some type of distrust? I don't know what you're here for.
True.
You've been living. It's not. Maybe you had a little experiment in college.
Dabbled. Well, that's women. Only women can dabble. Men can't dabble.
Right.
Once that barrier is crossed,
I'm saying,
over there.
like,
but yeah.
I don't advocate for this and I don't condone it whatsoever, but I'm saying it's not like a little experiment, how people be like, oh, I experimented. It's not that. He lived a whole lifestyle for 20 years. That's a career.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now he want to come back to where he was supposed to be.
Begrudgingly at that. Mind you, it took trauma and what the Lord told him, the hand of God basically had to come down to force him to go be with a woman. And then as his rhetoric, like when he start talking about women, he's crying. When he start talking about men, he's laughing. I don't know. You take it as a small, like a little sign, but it might be something to that. Like, he's talking about women, he's weeping. Yeah, niggas, he's laughing his ass off. Like, you want to be with men. If that's what you want to be with men. Like, I don't.
But he can't because the lightning and the thunder and
right. God, the wrath of God,
the wrath of God.
Keep him away from that, from them demons.
I mean, based on what he's saying, I'm not saying.
That's what he said.
The wrath of God.
Right.
That's what he's saying. So, based on the information that he's presenting,
begrudgingly, now he need a woman.
Right. So, sir.
Bro, get it together, bro.
You got to pick a side. You don't have to pick a side. I don't know. Oh, let me just say this and I'll play the video. I don't know if you live a lifestyle. This could be any lifestyle for 20 years. This man, this is half his life. How can you now change it?
It's the same, it's the same thing that we say, like you said, about these ladies on the blade, these 304s and all that. Like, you could be too far gone. These boss chicks, you live that so long that you're too far from reproach. You're too far on the left to have to come or swing all the way back. You can't erase the 20 years or 25 years that you did all of that and just course correct all of a sudden, even through trauma and through like not desperation, but let's say urgency and all that. Okay, you 45, you've been a boss chick. I'm just gonna run down Kendra. Boss chick, 45, been in the thing, running around in your career, chasing this, chasing that. Now you want to have a baby all of a sudden, or you want to be a family woman, or about your family and your people. Now you're too far gone,
And I would say this, like, my beliefs is, God can transform you, but that starts with the mindset first. It's not, and in the heart. So he has to do that work on you. So I just bring up the question, like, if you live that lifestyle for so long, I don't think personally, like on your own willpower, you could change that. And this is just for any lifestyle. I'm not trying to say one particular lifestyle.
Period. Yeah.
But what I know is that, you know, God has to come in and do that transformative work. And it starts with your mindset and your heart and things like that. Like, you have to not even want to do something. Like, it disgusts you now.
Right.
Like, let's say an alcoholic, he's been drinking his whole life. I'm just throwing it out for example. And now, you know, he turned to the Lord, and now alcohol disgusts him. So that's the transformation. You know, I've been drinking alcohol for my whole life.
Right.
But now I can't even look at alcohol. I can't go into a bar.
Right. No, I agree.
So you can see the transformation.
Swing like all the way to the other side. But it's hard to.
That's hard.
That far to the extreme.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether this dude, I'm like, for instance, whether this dude gets a woman, a wife, kids, and all that, I think some of that urge, some of that, what his lifestyle was, is always going to be there.
I think
like
so.
When you're an alcoholic, like, you know,
this is
from what I've heard about alcoholics. I'm not an alcoholic or anything like that. I used to smoke cigarettes to an unhealthy extent, but I quit. Like, I just stopped. It doesn't, you know, I don't have an urge to pick it up. It doesn't do anything for me. But at the end of the day, what I've heard about alcoholics is that it's always in you. Like, the addiction is always there. That's why you can't have an occasional drink and all of that, because it's more than what you're addicted to. It's the personality. But that's a whole nother topic. But those urges would still be in there with this brother. I think he was having the lifestyle he was having, and it was all good until the tragic events or whatever. I don't know if he had an awakening before that, but this is what it seems like. The event happened. Now he's got to change and course correct, and he wants to be over here when 20 years prior or however long he been doing this thing on, you know, at the alternative level, it didn't register to him then. So now through the tragedy and whatever else was going on, now he's trying to course correct, and I see he's getting swung like back and forth. Like, I don't know. It's a lot going on with this brother. And
I would ask the questions like, are you still going to those bars, you know, those alternative bars? And are you hanging out with those type, you know, those people that live that lifestyle and is going to bring you back over there? Are you still living that, you know, got remnants of that lifestyle still, you know, around you? Around you,
yeah. You gotta totally leave that.
Right. So I would, any woman that's interested, I would think you would want to ask them questions, like try to gauge where he at in this transformation. So
victimized group of individuals, but all the states that don't acknowledge the hate crime laws, they hide it. So you guys don't see half of the gay crimes that's going on because state laws, they don't even include us. So that would have to be federal. So in order for them to make money, if they have me they can charge me with attempted murder for a state crime and give me 20 to 99 years, and they have a guy that attempted to kill me, but it would be only under a federal. It will only be under a federal crime. The state don't make no money off of that. So the state don't make no money from charging him federally. So it's a federal. I don't know what he's talking about. So they supposed to send it to the federal court, but they can just charge you since it's a state crime, and they can make tons of money off hand motions. And they can just take you and just charge you and just cover it up. Ain't nothing happened. There is no hate crime. They literally are trying to cover it up.
So
and nobody's doing nothing. I've even contacted the Fed.
I gotta ask more questions. Is the guy that did the hate crime, is he alive?
Attempted murder, Kendra. Yes. Attempted.
Okay. So they're charging you though, because you had to defend yourself against him.
Yes. But even after this dude, I got police reports. This dude has been threatening to take my life and everything, and they still not doing nothing.
Okay. Can I ask, when did this happen? Is this years ago or recent?
It happened. It first happened a couple years ago, but he's been committing crimes against me ever since the incident happened.
Hey, Dan.
Right. You are dealing with a lot. You're dealing with a lot. I'm not equipped to help you. I wish I could. I'm sitting here thinking of who I could align you with, because I always want to, things like this. I would like to help if I can, but I'm here to host the dating, so I gotta ask this question
from the grave
right now.
Has your desire gone away from men? Because I think some of the situations with women, when they consider dating men who once dated men,
look, why he look mad?
Desire for men going away? Are you gonna cheat on her one day because you still have those urges?
No, I'm the type of man. I respect women so much. I would never, if a woman is willing to accept you for who you are, man, I couldn't see myself ever going and hurting a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that goes against everything I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, God delivered the desire of wanting to be with a man for me years ago, like years
That's
ago.
Not God.
It's just times where
he took it away.
It's hard to even find a woman that's really going to accept you, a real hard Christian woman, because even the Christian women, they judge you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for someone to really be a down-heart Christian and not judge you and say, well, his sins can be forgiven as well. You know what I'm saying? But they don't see it like that. They say, oh.
Let me say something here. Go ahead, Queen. Please. No, please. You go first.
No. I think if you genuinely come to the Lord, your sins are forgiven. That's one. But the other part of it is, okay, once you say you've done that, it's always, we're human beings. We're going to always think about, okay, you say you've been with a man before. We always going to think about, do you still have urges for men? You literally have had relations with men. So you're telling me you don't have any type of urges? That would be going through my mind. I think is realistic for someone to think. Maybe not, maybe we shouldn't be on all this judging people and things like that. But I think that's realistic for that to go through any woman's mind that you're telling that to. Anyways,
right. Absolutely. I touched on this earlier, and I just have to say this again. And I'm sorry, somebody might be upset, or they might feel that you're wrong. And no. Only women can go back and forth. You could be a little gay as a woman and have a little cunnilingus activity, or halfway taste the rainbow, jump back and forth, or whatever you're trying to do. That's women can maneuver like that. Men, you can't do that. Once that seal is broken, there's no coming back. I don't know if women feel this way about men, but this is how men, masculine men, heterosexual straight men feel about men like this. Like, once you compromise your cookie, you can't come back. Or you compromise somebody else's cookie, however it went down, you can't come back from that. So that's, if she's judging, I mean, literally, like, it's going to be there with you throughout. Like, you can't shake that. Women, it's different. They're a different composition. We even look at it different. They do a little whoop, 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 whatever. They come back and forth for convenience, or whatever moves them in the time that it moves them. That's something that they can do. Men, you can't jump back and forth.
Let me piggyback off of that, because you'll hear some men say that they're attractive to two women, Okay, let's say it's a threesome situation. Mm-hmm. Men are down for two women, because what are two women gonna be doing? They're gonna be with each other and him. Now, if you say a threesome and it's two men ain't gonna get down.
No,
that's a
not an easy sell. Yes, it's not an easy sell right there.
Ain't no straight heterosexual man gonna be down with a threesome involving another man.
No,
because he know what type of activities is finna be on and popping.
For real.
So Just take that into consideration.
We don't play in those kind of waters like that. That's just not something that most men do. Like I said, you can't go back and forth. There's no going back and forth. If you play over there on that side, you got to stay over there. Once you go to the dark side, there ain't no coming back. So if you getting judged by this, or they looking at you, they don't trust you. By right, she should. No.
And one last thing, and I think as a woman, you would be concerned about your health. Let me just put it like that.
Right.
You would be concerned about your health. Right. So you might have to go get some tests done.
Extra.
Right. To show that you are a healthy individual.
Right.
We'll just leave it there.
Okay.
They just have their judgments. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I don't even know how to proceed with my questions because I feel like my questions are so minuscule, like little kid questions compared to what's really going on in your life right now. I think outside of you having a past with men, it's more so just the issues you're dealing with, right, in this moment. But let's just proceed. So you told me what kind of woman you're looking for. Oh, you did. That was the only question I asked. So do you want to elaborate more on the kind of woman you desire right now?
She's going to have to be a praying woman, a woman that really believes that Christ is coming back and he can deliver all, and willing to accept me for who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. I would never cheat on a woman. I'm looking for complete deliverance and for us to build an empire and still fight for those, because being gay is not an empire. Crime. You know what I'm saying? So now I feel like I have to fight for people that are gay and struggling with homosexuality for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because they are discriminated against. And the only people that can judge them is God. You know what I'm saying? It's not a crime that a judge can sit there and judge you for.
Okay. So why is
you mad when you say this?
It's no crime.
I've never thought about that part. Of course, it would have to be a judgmental woman. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. If you say judge one more time,
have insecurity. Look, someone that believes
we get it.
That's always going to think if I'm around the dude, if you're gonna think that we having sex is not gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially with my mission. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to even get a woman that we can go on this together to where we can bring them and make them believers of Christ as well. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And not
so now
thinking,
you saving people.
Oh, we having sex or something like that.
Okay. Should she look a certain way?
Natural, just a natural beauty.
Okay. Because she wants to have a past. Could she be bisexual? Does it matter?
Yeah, I'm not judgmental, man. God delivers all things.
Okay.
What
about money? Should she make a certain amount of money?
Not really.
No.
As long as she's able to, I believe a man should take care of a household. But a lot of extras, I feel like she can take care of herself.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Oh, Lord.
Sir?
Okay. I got court papers everywhere on my dining room table.
We got to be able to see your legs, Neil.
Let me see what this household looks
like. My legs, I don't know about that.
Right.
That's a nice little interior
design.
That's a hell of
a nice lamp. You got whatever the fuck that is.
You seem pretty tall.
Is that a glass?
Yeah, I'm 6 feet.
Oh, candle.
Okay.
That's a nice desk chair you got, and that painting.
So this is Neil, Birmingham, Alabama, 40.
The interior design.
Wardrobe stylist, also an activist. So when was your last relationship?
It's been a cool little minute. I couldn't even tell you.
No, we need to know.
Probably 2016.
Okay. Now,
was that with a man?
Answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. You could have kept that.
Sir, you remember?
Ooh, probably a few months ago.
With a woman or man?
The gender?
It was a man.
It was a man.
I'm
done.
I understand your love.
Pause. All right. See? You see? You see?
I knew
See?
he was faking.
See?
I knew it.
See?
I knew it.
You see? You see? Okay.
I knew it. Because I caught it when he said that he has been delivered. Okay, when you say you delivered, that means that phase you don't phase you no more, right? That's deliverance. God took that. The transformation is complete kind of situation. Well, maybe not complete, but what I'm trying to say is that it no longer phases you. It's of no consequence.
Right.
In a sense. Then he said something about complete deliverance. So why are you talking about you've been delivered, but now you're talking about complete deliverance, sir?
Word.
You still on that lifestyle.
Exactly. It's always going to be there. Like I just said, he says as well, oh, well, God, what he said, I thought that he was saying that God put the attraction to men inside him, but he said he took it out.
Oh,
he said that a long time ago. I forgot what his exact words was.
I'm gonna say, don't blame the Lord.
That's why I paused myself. I said, no, he said God took it away. I said, that's not God. That's the other guy with that kind of stuff. But I retracted that with what he said. So how did he take that away from you? And a couple months ago, you was back at the chocolate factory again.
So as a woman, I only have this to ask.
Uh-oh.
Are you alternatively living?
How you gonna ask me something like that?
How you marry a woman and turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you do the bending.
You know this fool do it. He look like a power bottom. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get out of here. Get the man, this guy, man. Look, let me take a second. Wait a minute before you continue.
Go ahead,
let me take a second. Sis, we know you don't want to be shouted out by name, but we're gonna give you a shout out anyway. I thank you for directing this video our way, and anybody else who's watching, and any of our other subscribers or people who patronize the channel. Feel free to add any ones you want us to see, that you want us to review that we might have missed, because like I said, we probably get 10% of the Kendra that she puts out, because it's a lot of foolishness going on here. But I want to thank that sister for bringing this to our attention out there. We very much appreciate you, sister. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, so this is why I said that any woman interested in him would need to ask him questions. Do you still got urges for men? Have you been tested? And when's the last time you've been tested? Because that certain
stuff
only show up.
Yeah,
it takes lingers. Time to show up.
Yeah, it lies dormant. It just pops up. Yeah.
Don't say you got tested yesterday and you've been messing around with a dude yesterday. No, you need to go get tested again.
Man.
So that's one. Okay, so you don't live alternatively anymore. So when's the last time you was doing that? And this is when this came out. Oh, a few months ago. You sat up here and talked all about don't be judgmental. I'm thinking this was years ago. Okay, he been making a transformation, and he ain't even been with a man in years. Okay, we might have been able to give you that, bruh. But you talking about last year or earlier this year.
Couple months ago, yeah. Please.
You were snuggled up
in the embrace
of another man.
Man, please.
I mean, what woman is gonna take him seriously?
Yeah, any woman would look at him suspect.
I can't take him seriously.
Any woman would look at him suspect.
Because it's a lot to deal with here. Like I said, maybe if it was years ago, like I believe in a transformation of the Lord. I believe in all that. Lord forgives.
It takes work.
But it takes
the Lord's eyes, sure.
Right.
You, my brother, you
Right.
are the one with the temptation and the
right.
in that lifestyle. Like, I agree with what the Lord does.
Right.
Is he'll show you, but you got to take the steps. So even if what he's saying is genuine, if he feels
he
like
hasn't taken the steps,
he's got to take the steps. He hasn't,
and he hasn't, and that's what I thank you, babe, for saying it, because he hasn't taken the steps to separate himself from this type of lifestyle. So
Absolutely.
How would a woman not be judgmental of you and sit here and take you seriously? You
right.
talking about just a few months ago, you was over there.
Right.
If you said a few years ago, oh no, that was several years ago, and I've been doing the work, I've been really submitting to God and letting him transform my life, and yes, right. That might have been more appealing.
Right. And you're on to something, because as I grew up, certain things of my upbringing and childhood that we got to bring to the channel. You live off your experience. Shout out to the Locks, Jada, and them. And from what I've learned, a lot of this, to change your circumstances and to do better sometimes, it does come down to people, places, and things. Yes. Now, I'm not absolving you from accountability, because ultimately the decision is on you if you want to live a certain way or want certain results. But you might have to separate yourself from the people, the places, and things that keep you in that mindset. So you might want to stay out of the chocolate factory or whatever club,
wherever you go
fellas
to.
At. Right. Then you have to leave
whatever
that
app you be on.
You got to get rid of all of that. You're going to have to really stop frequenting those places, or stop hanging around those people, or stop doing those things that get you to these points. Now, again, accountability is on you, but it's hard to stay sucker free when you lay in a room full of lollipops. Like, you gotta separate yourself from what's going on to really get that clarity and get to where you really need to go, or whatever you're trying to do to overcome where you've been. You might got to get out of there. You might have to stop hanging around them folks. You might have to stop drinking or doing whatever's leading you to this temptation. People, places, and things do have an effect. So again, with the law to put in front of you, what circumstance to put in front of you, the law, God, all this in front of you, but still, you still end up doing the same thing.
Yes, and he's still, just as of a few months ago, he's still doing the same thing. That's what's pivotal here. Like, that's what's so important here. Just as of a few months ago.
Yeah.
So, that's, I don't know. I use the alcoholic reference, but that would just be like anybody else that struggle with something that they're trying to get away from. We're all human beings.
Yeah.
It would be to put yourself back in front of it. Like you said, if you quit cigarettes, now you in there about to buy you a pack of cigarettes. Right. If you stop drinking, you up in the bar. If you stop hoeing, you on the blade.
Right. You on the blade again. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Now, you could, when that might be your ultimate test, when you're away from it for a while, and then you come back and you could sit amongst the snakes, or sit in the bar and not want to drink, or just pass.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something that you might have to do in retrospect. Like, that might be your final test. Okay, I've been out the bars for years. I ain't been near no liquor store. I ain't go down the beer aisle in the grocery store.
Right.
And now I'm gonna go to the club and sit there and have me a ginger ale while everybody else is drinking. That might be your final test. But you can't try to recover from alcohol in a bar, or alcoholism in a bar. You can't do that. You have to get away from that. You have to separate yourself. And this brother, again, I'm not doubting his trauma or whatever he's going through. I'm not even saying he's disingenuous about what he's trying to do, but he still seems to find himself in the same situation, because he can't get away from it. He's not, something is still there. There's some kind of pull there. But you can say in one breath that the Lord took that away from you a long time ago, but a couple months ago,
right. And see,
he was doing the thing again.
That's not being genuine. So,
right.
Let's continue.
Sure.
Lord, and I respect it. But do you feel in your heart of hearts that desire is truly gone, and you really have a heart for a woman now in a sexual manner?
Yes. So with me, where the sex comes in at, it's just that not having, I also, didn't really have parents growing up. So
don't do this.
Sex was the only way I knew how to love.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Crying again, talking about women again.
It's not that I really desire to be with a man. It's just, sometimes you just desire to be loved, and you get what you can accept.
Okay. So right now, in that capacity, what I hear is you just wanted love, and that's who was offering it to you. Okay.
Ain't no sister came along and in 20 years to offer you no love.
Stop. For transparency, and that's why I gave you the disclaimer in the beginning, because I do want you to be aware that it's not just me and you; it's 100,000 people and more that's going to watch this. So you're fine with it.
Damn! I didn't even.
That's what I told you in the beginning. That's why
I wanted
to make sure you are aware.
You don't watch the show?
I love that people are so comfortable talking to me, but I think sometimes they think they're on FaceTime, and I always want to let you know you're not on FaceTime, boo.
Now he's going to laugh.
Okay, so but you don't have to make this like.
It's gonna be a highlight. I mean, it's a part of this big ass video right here.
Dang, Kendra.
Man.
Kendra, you don't have to make it a highlight. No, it could have just went in the
live stream somewhere. Yeah.
Right.
If you watched it live, you caught it.
Right.
No, she clipped it. She gonna clip
this.
Look
at his face. Look at his face.
Said, oh, damn.
Do you hear my heart?
Damn.
Crying on this live.
He got caught out there. I don't know, man. Is anybody seen the movie The Other Guys? If you have, leave it in the chat. But in that movie, they went to see Will Ferrell, like one of his ex-girlfriends or whatever, and she had a husband at the time. And he says something, and I'm gonna take that phrase and use it here. Like, I think she says sexually, he starts crying and breaking up, right? I don't think he has any attraction to a woman. He want a bestie. Like he may want to have a kid or something. That maybe he's in denial with that, with the kid or whatever. But he want to be able to shit in the woods and sleep in the house. Like he asked him, like, would you rather be a dog or a bear? And he was like, oh, I'd rather be both. Like I could shit outside but sleep in the house. That's what he want to do. He want to have sex with men, but have this bestie or this woman. He's pedestalized woman very high in his limited time in front of me. I would never do this and that, but you running around at the chocolate factory. You love women so much, but you're at the chocolate factory. Okay. I wouldn't do this to a woman, and I would never run around and it's pandering. But you want a woman, but you still hanging around with them folks, some colorful folk. Like I don't get it. Like you want both. You want to sleep in the house and be able to shit in the woods. Like that's you. That's this guy in a nutshell.
But his face says it all. You ain't got on this live crying and spilled your whole heart. And look at Kendra.
Kendra like, content. Care. More Dolce. Right. She like Dolce. That's what she thinking right there. Dolce.
Bro, like, nah.
Damn. Well.
Oh, well. Brother,
sorry, man. You gotta watch the show, man. You gotta watch the show. Know the material before you call in or however you get on Kendra's live. You request. You gotta know how she be doing, folks. She was gonna make you a highlight for sure.
But she didn't have to make him a highlight though. Let's see what else. Let's see. This is
But why is the big ass?
I told you in the beginning. That's why I literally gave you the out in the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. You just don't be, sometimes also, you just want, I don't know. I don't know.
I understand. I get it.
Yeah, he said.
It can be therapeutic. What I will say is this. You're going to touch a lot of people because I think there's people who are dealing with things that you're dealing with. And although you're looking for a woman, I think you're going to receive more DMs for people that are going to say, thank you for being transparent. I'm going through the same thing. So I think the way it's going to work for you is you're going to find.
Why would he want a trauma bond?
I'm going to be 1,000. You will be judged because that's what my cousins do. But, you will be judged.
Now,
but I do think.
Listen, I know my God, I'm not tripping off no people. People, they going to think whatever they want.
I honestly do feel as though you're going to find people who are dealing with what you're dealing with. You might even find a law person to help you with your case. Like
a law person.
My show, this is why I know it's God gave me this platform to talk.
A lawyer, Kendra.
I get DMs from people all the time about things that have happened to them after they've come on the show outside of love. So I honestly do believe
he want a child.
I do feel that way.
He wants somebody to talk to.
So I do
bend him over and send him on his way.
Allowing me. I wasn't really expecting it, especially, the old girl too. I tried to send some stars because she was talking about people. You was speaking on her judging as well. And she was speaking about people that's been incarcerated. She don't want to date them, but at the end of the day, you don't know if they wrongly incarcerated or not. I'm a victim of that. I know for
have you been incarcerated yet, sir?
That they put out in the media ain't true. They paint this story. They get paid to paint a story to make you believe that these people are guilty, and we just take it and we just run with it. We just they say he's guilty. Oh, he guilty. He did everything he said. Come on, trust me. I know that stuff is not true. I know that for a fact.
No, I could co-sign that. I could co-sign. People. I mean, I don't have to co-sign. We could all co-sign. I'm quite sure everybody knows the story, knows the person who actually is wrongly incarcerated. So no, that's a true statement. That's a true statement. Last question for you, Neil. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I'm a fighter.
How are you gonna answer this question?
I'm a lover. I'm passionate. I seek to be the best man I can be.
Don't you start crying, Neil.
Best man I can be.
To lead. I seek vindication. I seek love,
Seek love.
This ain't gonna be able to do it, Neil, for a lady that's interested.
I pray for you, Neil, because I know you're going through some things. And I pray that
I thought he was going to hit it out the park with this answer. And he did not. Ladies, I'm trying, I'm trying to help y'all out.
Answer at your own risk.
Right. I thought I was interested in to see what he was going to say and to see if he was going to knock this answer out the park.
Nah. No.
No. What he said he going to lead? Lead where, Neil? Where y'all going?
Lead to what, Neil? He has no. I don't think he got the prerequisite leadership skills. I'm not even saying the brother's downright bad like that, but it's got a lot going on. He got a lot going on.
I ain't heard nothing that a woman would pique a woman's interest.
No.
Like, I ain't heard nothing in this whole interview. Okay, well, he got that going on for him. So I see what the sisters are saying down in the comments.
Yeah.
But we're gonna let it play out, and we'll be back with our final
thoughts. Yes.
God comes to you and he heals you in the ways you desire to be healed, but more so just gives you the understanding. I always want to tell people I am not a therapist, so I don't pretend to be a therapist. I don't even claim to be a dating coach. I am a journalist who decided to host a dating show. But I would encourage you, if you don't already have it, to get into some type of therapy that can help you with this journey, because I think you're going to need that in order, and as well as God, to help you become the man that you desire to become.
Thank you very much. I definitely
and I'm
will.
sending you well wishes. So for the woman, and it's women only, right? I want to be clear. Do men have an opportunity?
Yes, most definitely. Women only, but I do. In this mission of activism, if someone just needs to reach out and speak, nothing sexual.
Nope.
Don't believe it.
Sexual at all.
Nope.
You know, I have to have boundaries in my spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody is going through the same thing,
no, you need to stay away from men.
Want somebody to talk to, that's fine. But nothing sexual with no men.
Nothing sexual. We got that clear. So, how could the woman reach out to you, love?
Neil Beard on
Neil
Facebook.
Beard.
Nealbeard.
Spell it one more time, love.
His last name is Beard.
Nealbeard. I think. I think that's what it is. Is that what's showing?
Well, I can't see it until I try to disconnect you.
This is too good.
It is it.
This is too
Neil,
good.
and then the word beard, Beard.
This is crazy.
Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
He needs a beard.
I'm sending you nothing.
That's
but
what
love,
he's looking for. A beard.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Why
Keep me posted how this
Bye.
goes, babe.
Yes, ma'am.
Kendra's postscript. We got the postscript.
Here we go.
Listen, I say this all the time, and I've been doing this for
Postscript.
4 years. And, you know, when I sit in this seat, I just, listen, I know I ain't perfect, so this ain't a perfect statement because y'all gonna say, Kendra, you talk. But I try to allow people to talk because I do know that sometimes this is just, they look at me as a therapist and they just need to vent and they just need to get it out. And I would say for men, this is the great thing in being a female. Most females, we have girlfriends. So when we go through the things that are bottled up, we call our best girlfriend and we get it out.
Get more bad
A
advice.
lot of men don't have that same outlet. They don't have that same outlet. So they hold a lot of things in.
I disagree.
They hold a lot of things in. And then, you know, this was a break-free moment for him. Clearly, this was a break-free moment for him.
A breakthrough?
I do ask my cousins just to be compassionate, whether you agree or not, don't understand. Just be compassionate that somebody had enough courage to share their story in front of the world. I mean, if there's any compassion, let that be it. It's already difficult for people to push the request. It's even more difficult to be as transparent as possible and be, ladies, let me give you what the equation is. It's like you coming on my show with no wig and no makeup. That's how much layers he just
can't understand anything on a fundamental level except wigs and makeup and Dolce and Beyonce.
I just asked if my cousins can on this one be compassionate and let God work with him in the way he sees fit. Is your name Jarvis? You been here before?
Yeah, the makeover dude.
Oh yes! Oh my God, you look completely different. Are you serious?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh, this is gonna make my heart warm. Yes, I remember you.
It's cold.
Okay, Javaris, Orlando, Florida, 2016. Works at a theme park. What was your last relationship?
He was
Fun World. Never been in one.
You never had a
Fun World. No. I don't see my inexperience as a flaw. I think I see it as a advantage. Because women wouldn't have to worry about me trying to be outside a lot or try to get attention from women. I'm 100% like into monogamy. Don't want to be a Pookie. I want to be a Russell Wilson to Sierra instead of Future.
They want the Russell Wilson with the Future swag. And that's the challenge.
Kendra.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see this count. Now, come on, let's do it.
Oh my God.
Day. We in training day. Give me
dead.
walk. Let me see this confident walk that we about to get.
Nigga, shoulders
Cargo.
Walk to me confident like you know you that man.
Hunched over.
Like you know you that man. Walk to me like you know you. Come on.
Nah.
Come on.
He's walking out like a 2K character.
We're gonna just swag you out and game gonna be over. I'm about to send you a Cash App blessing. This is gonna go towards your makeover. All right, there you go. $500. Okay.
Oh my God.
$500.
Oh my God.
This is what I want. I want contacts. I want a swagged out outfit.
Kendra.
I want to get the beard.
That's about 200.
Oh my God, Kendra, I thank you so much.
Okay, what did you do? Did you get contacts?
Okay, so Javaris. Now we saw the first video when he came on there, and dude was stiff, as you could see. Kendra sent him $500 to get a makeover, and this is the makeover. He's back to show us what he had done. So as we can see, he got his beard lined up. Mm-hmm. He had took off his glasses. I didn't know his eyes was so.
I'm done.
Because you couldn't see. You couldn't see his eyes. Wait a minute.
I'm done.
You couldn't see him from them glasses. Wait a minute. But he got the hat on. Now we don't know what he did to that top piece. Because you know he was missing.
Cover it up. Just cover it up. That's all we got to do.
But, babe, do you think $500 was enough to get him from that to here? Because
to get him from where he was to this, no, he probably put a little something in that. You know what I mean? Added to it or whatever.
Because he had to go get him the New York.
He get some contacts and jersey, whatever, whatever else, other things. A makeover is like a totality kind of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's gonna take you gonna have to reinvent your whole situation. Right. Like, you can't just get one fit and call it a makeover. You know what I mean? That's just an outfit for the day. And moreover, like he would be on the wrong track because I think he need to get with some dudes to get him where he need to be. Like a woman can't necessarily make you over. Like she could, she gave him money. And then he went and did whatever he did. But I think if he had some money, some resources, that he went to somebody who knows, a man who knows, where you going short and, how to carry yourself a little better. The clothes and the aesthetics was just one part of it. Like being that guy is within. You can't really buy that. Now you can teach. You can kind of learn a little bit. You can pick up a few things here and there, but it can't be bought. So you can dress him up in anything you want, but for him to actually have that burst of confidence and be a better man from within, like he's got to, he's going to have to go through an extensive process. You know what I mean? It takes a lot more than some clothes. You could dress up any dude with anything, and if you're not that guy, it's going to show. That's what I'm saying. But it looks like he's on the right track, though.
Yeah, and so, like I said, aesthetically, he looks better.
Right.
Like he might get some chick's number. I don't know. I think because he changed his outward appearance, he feels a little bit more confident in himself. But like the bro worked at amusement park, and he on the first video he said he was a low wage worker.
Right.
So bro funds ain't up to par.
Right.
And he doesn't even think they're up to par. Right. So he internally,
he knows,
right. There's some things that he needs to work on, and as you can see from the clip, that he's talking about being Russell. He don't want to be the future. Now nobody should be out here being future, but to Russell? Be Russell, simp daddy,
didn't want to be him either.
Don't be him. You go find you a nice girl that ain't got no kids, because bro ain't even had sex.
Right.
I think he's still a virgin.
Wow. No, you got to be you, bro. That's
right.
Where that's where that comes. That's where that tutelage will come in.
Right.
You don't want to be no other man. You want to be the best you could be. You could take inspiration or cues or whatever you want from other folk, but you got to mix up your own gumbo. You know what I mean? Your sauce got to be your sauce. You can't adopt it or siphon it from somebody else and okay, now this is me. No, but you can take cues, you can take your little inspiration or a little something here, and you put it together, and that'll be you. What the brother really needed was some tutelage, because like I said, like you made a good point. Appearance, he looks better, and it will get him that second look. But you're going to have to close that deal. You know what I mean? When it comes time to go kick it and do the whoop, now you got to close. Like, okay, well, you got the interview, the gear and the taking the glasses off in the bed to get you that look. Right. You're going to have to seal them deals going forward. So that's where the inner tutelage and all that comes in. You're going to have to come up with that. Make that over, And
like I just said, like, I noticed his eyes now. In the first video, because you couldn't see him.
Glasses.
It was no glasses. I hope he don't. Like if you wear glasses, some people will be like, I just can't wear contacts. I hope bro is comfortable in contacts.
Yeah. Or he can see.
Right. I hope you could see that you got some contacts that you're comfortable in, because wearing contacts sometimes is not comfortable.
Right.
So
not for everybody.
Right. It's not for everybody.
I don't like contacts.
So yeah, I wear them rarely. Special occasions.
I used to, but I don't anymore. I'd rather with my glasses for sure.
So I just really hope that he's comfortable in it.
Right.
Okay.
No, I gotta get comfortable with touching my eye before I can do that.
So he can't see. No glasses.
Yeah. I mean, I just figured I'd show you what I would look like if I had contacts. So.
Okay.
He's sitting up here blind.
Let me see this outfit.
All right.
And the fit is not hitting either, gang.
This is making me so
I don't know what kind of hat that is.
This was up. Come on, Jarvis.
Okay, do he got his
Mets jersey?
I got some.
So what did you buy? Okay.
I got some forces.
He got some forces.
You got some D-Fazos on.
Okay, if you don't know the backstory, Jarvis was on my show, and I just felt like he needed a makeover, and we really liked you. It was something about your spirit that really resonated with me, and I think other people. I can't remember. Did I send you $500?
Yep.
Doing
I
on
sent
horn.
$500 to do a Kendra makeover. So this is what you bought, or this is just something else?
I bought other outfits, but this is my favorite.
Don't make him go change.
Okay, we're gonna do it again, but tell me,
wow,
what was the experience? What did you get? Any feedback?
Oh yeah, definitely. From the male cousins, they were like cheering me on, like keep doing what you're doing, brother. Don't change. If you need any help, if you need any advice on what to get, or how to update your swag, stuff like that. And then the women were like, "Oh, you're so sweet," or "I think you fine just the way you are," and stuff like that. And it was just, it was heartwarming.
Wait a minute, I don't think that's a compliment. If we're telling you you're so sweet, that's like I look at you like a little brother.
Right. That's like a good way to let you down. Like,
right, you're so sweet,
but I don't want to go out with you.
Right. I don't want to go out with you. Like, I don't know if y'all had different experiences where a woman said you were sweet and it led to something else. You could drop down in the comments, but I just don't think you tell a man that he's sweet. Man. Right, and then you still want to smash,
That's like something an older lady tells a younger gentleman.
Yes. Yeah, you was a sweet young man.
You a grown man. I don't want to be sweet. I'm dangerous, goddammit.
So I don't think he getting that. Maybe a guy got to take him to the side and explain that to him.
Right. See, again, if he's willing to open his ears and learn, you see, he had brothers that reached out and said, "Yo, bro, if you need anything, let me tell you." See, shout out to the brothers for trying to look out for another brother. You know what I mean? We not in that kind of momentum. It ain't about dissing and only, ragging on them. But, bro, we trying to get you at a better level so you can deal better and have a better quality of life, Like, so shout out to those brothers that reached out to him and, could have facilitated anything he needed. If he had any questions, some mentorship. That's good looking out for those brothers to him, But I'm sure he probably did get some good feedback because he didn't come off when we first seen him. He didn't come off, any kind of way. He was, it's like nerdy, but that's cool too. If you nerdy, you don't want to. The most gangster thing you could be is yourself. So if you nerdy or you one of them types, just lean into it. Be who you are. At the highest level, but have the awareness and be confident in who you are. Don't try to be somebody else. Be you. Be the best you can be, and be happy with who you are, and grow and learn from there. That's all.
For real. So
I love that. So now, did you meet anybody?
So everybody that reached out, they were either like outside of Orlando or oh no, there was one. Oh my God, there was one. Now I know they say like men be playing, but it's women that be playing in dudes' faces for real. This one girl, okay, so she seemed so nice at first. Like she was one of the ones that said, at first like, oh, I think we'd be good for each other. You really nice and stuff like that. I want to get to know you more. So I'm like, okay. She's spinning a little game. Okay, let me see what it's about. So yeah, I'm like, okay, well, obviously you seen me on the show, so I answered all of Kendra's questions. So, just if you could just answer the same questions that she gave me, then we could, see where it goes. Yeah, so she tells me everything, and she said she had like a 10-month-old baby. She was like 35.
I knew that.
She was in like Columbus or something like that. So I said, now I didn't say she was ugly. I didn't say like nothing like that. All I said was I'm looking for somebody in Orlando. And I said that on the first time with Zach and then on the second time with you. I said that both times.
Third time.
So soon as I said that, it like the message was seen. And then a day later, I get a message, but it's saying Instagram user. It's not saying her name.
Oh,
so I opened it and it was her, but I guess she had me blocked. And then I looked at the message and it was like, oh, how dare you turn me down, yo fat neck ass, yo rubber neck ass, yo ugly ass. We were just gonna use you for your money. Like, what money? I make $15 an hour. What money you was gonna get, girl? Like, why you playing? I'm telling you, and she had a whole Harry Potter book on Instagram. I'm surprised they even let you send that long of a message. Like, what? I'm like, you took all this time to just play around in my face. Like what's up?
Right?
Okay, well let's do it from the top. We gonna do it from the top.
Time out. That's his fault.
Yes, it is.
You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yes, I do.
You want to be Russell Wilson, right? This is what you said, brother. So now when you get some old biddy with some goddamn kids coming at you, okay, cool. Like he said you wanted them in Columbus. Now, brother, you can't be so picky and choosy now. I'm not saying you move for some woman, but damn, I mean,
you ain't got no funds, babe, to travel.
I mean, well, hell, if you ain't got no funds, you can't really travel around Orlando neither. Yeah. If that's the case, he shouldn't be on the show. But he opened that door to that biddy to, you know what I mean, line them up. She was lining you up. Most of them women probably who reached out. Now, I'm not saying now going forward. Maybe he changing it up. He turned the leaf over. But after that initial hit up and all that, after you went on the show the first time, they was definitely trying to finesse you. That was all the prospects you had was the finesse. Wasn't nobody trying to reach out. Wasn't nobody trying to do nothing like that. But again, you open that door to that savagery, man. For them goddamn heathens to come pick you apart. You said the key word, Russell Wilson.
Russell.
Like, that's all they want to hear. That's a single mom, like a dog whistle. Like they all gonna perk up when you start talking that foolery.
I accept kids. I'll be your step baby daddy.
Lord have mercy.
I provide. I'll take care of you.
That was it. That's your fault, bro.
Yes, he sent out the call, the bat sign for them, like the hyena. He posted it when he said he's a Russell. That's all they looking for. Like y'all think that's cute to say, "Oh, I'm the Russell to your Sierra." No, don't say that. Because what a hyena think is that she finna bring a whole bus load of kids to you. And that you finna take care of. One thing we got to distinguish, you is not Russell. You do not have anywhere near the type of funds he got to even be trying to entertain the idea of taking care of some woman or her kids. You barely can take care of yourself.
Word.
I'm using his own words. He said he a low wage worker now. He just said $15 an hour.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but bro sound like he was struggling. Like he was struggling with his own bills from what we watched prior. So you're gonna have to find a woman that is going to be able. These hoochie heifers ain't dealing with no dude making $15 an hour.
No.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, not in the grand scheme of things.
It's not. Shoot, that really isn't not that bad though. $15, like
that's where you at.
Minimum wage is $7.25. So if you make
some places
twice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe for where he lives, I don't know. But
all depends.
What I'm trying to say is women, these hoochie heifers is not even trying to deal with a man making that type, of money. They were looking for $100K higher. So you would have to find a girl. Like, I think he just need like a down to earth girl.
He got to stay in his skill bracket. Like,
right.
He need one a girl, a little nerdy. You know what I mean?
Right. A little nerdy into anime. Something
not
like
really
that.
looking highfalutin, decent wages, simple things. Like, something like that. Like,
That's
I don't
what
know.
he needs.
I don't remember what he was looking for exactly per se. I don't remember that. But anything outside that realm, and he should have just take that Russell Wilson nonsense off the table. Right? That's not a prize position, and it's not going to get you any good attention. All you're going to get is those that hit you up like last time. Get you a nice, young, anime, loving, cosplay, dressing up, waifu type women. Like, get you one of them.
That.
Nothing wrong with them.
The perfectly girl fine. Next door.
Yes. Jesus Christ.
So, let's continue.
I like this, Jarvis. Jarvis, how old are you again?
Oh, it's Javaris, by the way.
Javaris. Thank you for correcting me, Javaris.
Right, he can't.
26.
Javaris.
26. And what do you do for a living?
So right now I still work at the theme park, but I applied for the manager position. So, because with the confidence that came with the money and the outfit and everything, I'm like, you know what? I don't want my life to go in circles. Life is about taking risks, right? If you want your life to change. So I took that risk. At first, I thought I wasn't ready for it. But I applied for the manager position. So, hopefully I get it. Probably sometime next week.
Oh, good.
Oh, I love this. So you applied for upgrading a job. I love it. What's your zodiac sign?
Gemini.
Gemini. Do you have any kids?
No kids.
No kids. And where do you live again? Orlando, Florida?
Orlando, yep.
Orlando, Florida. So Javaris?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so Javaris, Orlando, Florida, 26 Gemini, no kids, works at the theme park. He was here before.
Fun
we
world.
gave him a makeover. So this is his makeover session.
Oh yeah, I got to show you the cut. I got to show you the cut.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh, he should have kept the hat on.
No. Who did the cut? Was
he blocked?
Hands? Who did the cut? The cut is bad. The cut is bad.
Did they have Parkinson's?
Right. Ali, 96 Olympics shaking? Torch? Come on, man. Put the hat back on, man. Put your hat back on.
Put it back on. I thought he should have did a baldy.
Definitely.
There's no saving his hairline. Look how far it goes.
Now that top. Did you catch that mid top piece when he bent the corner real quick right there? Oh, goodness. Sunroof. Nah, brother.
I thought he was on the up and up.
Put the hat back on.
You can't save this, bro.
Young brother. Nah.
No. Enhancement. No. Okay, look. You see where my pointer is?
Yeah.
This is where your hairline was. Right.
Yeah. See that? See that little shade right there? Like, see what I'm saying? It's too far back. Like your points is too pointed.
The point. It should be right here. Like
right. Down right there and up. Boop. Bing. Like up. Boop, that back. That bullet, that arrow he got it on both sides, and then the middle is thin in the top, bruh.
Let me see.
That ain't it, bro.
I see you.
Nah, bro. Go back a little bit. Go back. I'm sorry, we clowning here today, but we gotta take it back a little bit. When he first peeled the joint off, look at that mid piece.
I have to show you the cut.
Look at that mid piece, thin.
Wow.
Thin. Get a baldy.
Look at Kendra. Look at Kendra.
Fake
now,
as hell.
Just get a baldy. I think he got the head shape for it. Just get a baldy.
He'd be better off.
Right. Just have your head bald and then the beard.
Yup. Perfect.
You have the beard.
That's your look.
That's
right
your look. There you go. That'll work for you.
You get silver. You get older, whatever. Like you.
Right. But you got to go bald because you're 26.
Nah.
And it's all the way back there.
It's gonna get only worse. 46. It's only gonna get worse. Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
But he's aging himself with the
Yep, the cut. It looks bad.
You making people think you're 46.
Word. Follically challenged. Like some dudes can't help it. You know what I mean? You just ain't.
And it's
you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's okay. That's just how your genetics played out. But find a cut that worked for you and is more
and work it
appealing.
You find that cut and you work it. But
you
this
work
ain't it
now. You work that cut.
God damn.
Woo.
Thin up top, man. Thin up top.
Ooh, and he need to fire that barber because the barber went all the way back. He didn't even try to give him no enhancements.
Nah.
What barber he went to?
I seen some magicians save. You know what I mean? They did some things with worse. I don't know where you got that cut at.
This is why he needs some brothers so that they can take him to the barbershop and tell him what cut to get.
Hell yeah. And
the brothers go hook you up.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Shout out to the brothers who reached out, but that's all I think. I don't know who he's around. Like his homies, they might just be just as weenie as him, nerdy type. They don't really know, or you got other people in your circle to really put you on and tell you like just cut your shit low. Like if you get low cut is best when you follically challenged. Like you got the dome for it, you got the beard, it'll even you out, you got a little weight on you, so you won't look silly with a baldy. But with that bullshit, where they went with your edges and all that them peaks, that ain't it, bro. That's not it. I want to know. He should be fired. Whoever's working at that shop, barber. Take him out that chair. Like his chair should be removed. Well, he could only work with what he had. Not necessarily. I've seen barbers do more better miracles than this.
But let me say this. But you might have to spend more for that haircut.
Yeah, right. It's lemon tree.
You might not be able to get no $30 cut. They finna go with your lines, your edges.
125.
Yeah, 125, 150 might have got you the enhancements.
And you just gotta maintain because you came from a bad place.
Right.
Once you got a cut and a rhythm to you getting your cuts, it's easier to maintain. When you come from the wild woods, it's way easier. You just gotta shave your head
every morning or whatever, however often you shave. Oh man,
he was good money to the cut, man. And well, the fit, I had a little, but I had a little took umbrage with the fit. But you could have passed with that.
For me,
the cut is definitely worse.
Let's continue.
Lord.
Okay. Ooh. I see you.
Now I got it last Saturday, and I was finna come on, but you ain't do the YouTube show, and because you said you had somewhere to be, and then that was like right after the dude from Tampa that had his homeboys in the back, and I was like, yo, I'm finna represent Orlando. I'm like, y'all, this is Tampa, and then I'm Orlando. Like, it's a difference.
Listen, when I edit this video out, I gotta remind myself to add the Tampa video. So we can
try to tilt the hat to the side.
Where you calling me from?
Are we from Tampa?
What is going on?
Why is it 12 camera? Hold on,
that was the Santa Claus.
Hold on, fam.
That's all fake money. That is not even real money.
That's crazy.
Get that fake money out of this.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna let this one go. I ain't even gonna say nothing on this one. I'm gonna let them rock with this one.
What he got enhancements. He got all that Beijing.
Yeah. He done glued a rug to his goddamn face.
We got the Hispanic. It's Santa Claus over here.
Oh,
okay. God. Look how Kendra was looking.
She said, "Get that fake money out of here." So he was representing
Tampa.
Tampa versus Orlando, Florida.
Wow, Florida man.
Y'all gotta represent it a little better than this. Shout out to all my Floridians. I know y'all got better than this. I know we got better than this down there, bro. No, we could do better than.
Are y'all forgetting the kid off for us? You trying to ask me?
All right. So what kind of woman are you looking for?
Yeah, so I'm looking for somebody that is nice, somebody that's cool, chill. You gotta love like throwback R&B. I'm trying to have like some '90s love. If she can sing, that's a plus because I like to sing too. I like to do like duets in the car and stuff like that. So yeah, we could be like the next Renee and Angela, Ashford and Simpson, or something like that. You know,
Peaches and Herb. You niggas ain't
that's
Peaches
what I'm
and Herb.
looking for. But yeah,
throwing
no,
out celebrities.
Huh?
Do you sing?
Yeah.
Please no.
Please
Please no.
sing for me last time?
Please no.
Nah.
Please no.
You want to sing? You got 20
Oh
seconds
God.
on it.
No.
All right. Nah. Personally, I give myself like a little 7 out of 10. I can't like blow, like perform like that, but I can do a little something. All right.
Don't do this to me.
I know exactly what you got in those jeans, and I know what it feels like. So don't you be mean. Don't be a stranger, girl. It's only me. Oh, tonight let's spend some time. Don't wanna be lonely.
Okay.
Wasn't as bad as I expected.
Okay. I love it.
It wasn't bad.
He can work with it. He can work with it.
You want to grow? He can
do an R&B song. I put it on the song.
Deal breakers.
Deal breakers. Okay. Okay. Honestly, after I thought about it, I really shouldn't be with somebody that got kids. I need to be with somebody that's like starting out just like me. I wanna start
my
family.
Tell me we froze.
All right, how about that? That's better.
Okay, this is better.
Right in the room.
All right,
Okay.
so let's take it from the top. So the deal breakers.
He doing better, babe. He doing better.
Deal breakers.
Doing better.
Right. Yeah. So so I probably shouldn't be with a woman with kids. I wouldn't really be opposed to that, but I probably shouldn't be with a woman with kids. So I'm gonna say no kids, no smokers, no bad attitude.
Okay.
Got it. Somebody got in his ear.
That's pretty much all I can think of at the top of my head.
Okay. Should she look a certain way?
No. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if you black,
oh no,
yeah, higher chance of me getting married to you if you black.
Okay.
Other races, you're not completely out of the picture, but I feel like as a black family together, like we can, teach our kids better. Man. We could connect on something.
Kudos
if you're other races, like I don't know, we got to be like complete soulmates. Like we got to be like twins. Like twin, where have you been? Like that. No. If you're not black, okay. But yeah, if you black, it's a way higher chance that we're gonna take it a distance. So.
Okay. Prefers a black woman.
He want a beautiful black family. Who could argue with that?
Kudos to this brother.
Right.
I'm gonna look past that fucked up ass cut he got, and I'm gonna say kudos. Somebody got his ear the right way. Tell him, what was it, babe?
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
We like to see that. We love to see black families.
Know your worth, King. He said, maybe I shouldn't be dating a woman with kids. There you go. Take that Russell Wilson nonsense. Get it out of here. Get that out of here. You don't do that. You don't got to do that.
He don't got to. He don't got kids.
You don't have to. Right. You don't have to do this to get no woman, man. Like, no. Let them work that out. They'll handle that. The people stepdaddy and every day. You got more on the ball. You don't have no attachments, no kids. You young. You still got your prime earnings are ahead of you. You got a lot coming down the pipe for you. Pause.
He moving on up.
Yes.
He might get that manager position.
Thank you.
Come on now.
We just got to get him to a better barber.
Right.
Maybe a stylist. Or somebody that'll tell him not to wear the fucked up hat with that jersey. But it's all good. We'll look past all of that. So what's on the inside? You can change the inside. The outside, you can always put a suit on or get you some drip and it'll look okay. It's just drip. It's cool. But the inside, you being that guy, having that awareness, knowing your worth, that's where he's at. Now, kudos to this brother. Now I'll say it again. Somebody got in his ear. Thank God.
Should she make a certain amount of money?
No, just a car is a car and a job is a job. If you got both, you can get in with me.
Okay, just have a car and a job. Dope. Now let's do the Kendra Cam. I need you to swag it out.
Okay. Oh. Let me do that walk. Let me do that walk for you. Hold on.
Did he practicing? You been practicing? Got that Peter Lonzo? You've been practicing. Look, he went further back. He got his mark. He like, I've been practicing from here. There you go. What's up?
Come through it. I don't really
What's
care.
Up,
yeah, that was a little bit better.
No, I'm just here. If you
got a little flexing. This ain't football. This ain't Madden. This ain't Madden. Just pimp up.
Oh, wait a minute. What was that?
All right.
Nah, okay.
Well,
we're working on that. We'll work on that. We'll get back to that.
When was the last relationship?
Still ain't been in one.
You still ain't been in one?
How many been one?
Okay, you still been in one. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
He still ain't got none.
All right, so check this out. Does head count?
Wait, giving or receiving?
Count. Now, listen,
was
I
it
know
giving
you got
or
a makeover,
receiving?
but we are going to still be a gentleman. I don't want that for you. That's not the kind of man I want you to become. So I don't know. I mean, if it doesn't count for you, that's the question. Is the last time it don't count for you?
Kendra, she said she don't want to hear it. He got to be a gentleman.
He just asked the question. You asked him the question. You said when was the last time he was intimate? So he said, does head count? You could say no. And he would say, okay, it was then. Like, there's nothing lewd about that. Like, he didn't bring it up.
You know why she said that? Because she think of him as a sweet boy.
There we go. Bingo.
And this is a man.
You tied it up. Yeah. He been a man. All that
right.
He been
right. You see, she don't want to hear about his escapades because she think of him as a sweet boy.
So sweet.
He's so sweet.
Charity case.
But he said
got a little confidence.
Head be that
right. She got offended by his confidence. Like, see?
Right.
Well, he said he just asked a question. He didn't even say anything lewd. He said, well, his head count. Like, no, it don't. Okay, well then it was then. If it does, well then it was whatever. I mean, come on.
He even go into it. Like,
come on. We've had okay, and then as a man, right? She's trying to tone check him, and he's supposed to say this. But how many of these birds and came on here? The goddamn Biddy came up here talking about what she did with Tupac. You ain't say nothing about that. How disrespectful that was.
Tupac had some big meat. Why we got to hear about Tupac?
You trying to know Tupac like that?
That man is deceased.
Like, come on, man. You ain't say nothing about how lewd and disrespectful or whatever that be.
It's because she thinks of him as a sweet boy.
You're absolutely right. See?
She don't see a man right here.
That's a grown man. Boy.
So
we all adults here.
It's like, okay, if your nephew or your son come in there talking about,
you say that.
Boy, stop.
Put a soap bar in his mouth. Put a soap bar in his mouth, huh?
Right.
No. That's a grown man. He ain't say nothing you didn't ask him. It wasn't lewd or disrespectful or none of that.
I don't want that for you.
It ain't what you want. He want that for himself.
He trying to get some.
Man,
so
lewd, and you picking up your damn top every 30 seconds because you about to spill out, and you talking about what you don't want for somebody else, and disrespectful.
Javaris is trying to get him some.
Man,
leave that man alone.
Let him rock. Let him
blocking out here.
Hating.
Let's see what else she had to say.
You also don't even have to answer this question, but do you? Oh, child. Nah.
You created a monster. You sent him the money.
Right.
What are the flaws you have to work on?
Now he being managed.
All right. So I'm still working on getting the context. Still working on that. Still gonna work on my teeth. And just get out more. Get out more. If I see a woman I find attractive, get face to face with her. Just give her a compliment. Be like, hey, I'm trying to get to know you. You seem like a real nice girl. You got a pretty vibe to you. I'm trying to get to know you better. Can I take you out to like a brunch or because I like to do like stuff in the daytime.
She knows she
brunch
pretty.
Or go to a movie, a little matinee, something like that.
Let's stay out. Let me take you out.
You learning. Yeah, just get to the point.
Let me take you out.
She knows she's pretty.
All right, listen. I'm the one that your mama wanted you with back in the day before you got with them thugs. So, I still believe in chivalry, opening doors, buying flowers. All of my female friends, they always, introduce me to their family and stuff like that.
That's not.
They be inviting me to the cookout. Like I'm the type of dude like family is very important to me. So I'm gonna try to impress your family as much as I can.
Well,
I'll be in the kitchen with your moms at the cookout. I'll be in the kitchen with your moms. I'll be on the grill with your pops.
Okay.
Telling them all the plans that I got for you.
Okay, that sounds good.
I'll argue about LeBron with your cousins and your uncles. I throw the little football around with your little nephews, and do a little.
You don't force it. If that's the type of dude that you are, then that's how you just be who you are. Like I said, the most gangster thing you could be is yourself. If this is what he's saying genuinely, that's what he does. That's cool. Right. But I mean, you don't force yourself to do it. That's just where I'm trying to draw the line. Because I do the same thing. Like, if it's a circle, if we're talking NBA, I'm going to go give you my opinion. We could do that. We could talk about the current events of the day or whatever's going on behind the scenes or any of that kind of, I feel like I could move around in all circles. So I understand. I totally get what he's saying. But that's me by nature. Like, and then sometimes at the same time, I might not say nothing. Like, I might just sit there, observe the conversation, and just leave it at that. You know what I mean? So organically do what you do. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't force it. Just do what you do.
You definitely shouldn't force it, but you don't need to stay out that kitchen.
I'm done.
Yeah.
I ain't got. Yeah.
Let the women.
Yeah, let them do that. Stay with pops.
Right.
If cousin and them.
You on ice duty,
right.
The store runs.
Keep the cooler.
Right. Get the cooler for us. Don't come in here in the kitchen. If we need ice, we need you to go for a store run or
that's
whatever.
how you do that. Yeah.
Right. That's how you do that.
Up in the kitchen with the women. That's what I'm saying. Right. You forcing it. You see?
Right. Don't force it now. But I kind of like what he said about on the grill with your pops, telling him the plans. Maybe not all that, or it just depends on how the pops is and how he is. But if you are interested in the girl, pops should have an invested interest in what plans you have for his daughter.
100%.
So if you should have plans. If you are invested in her, you should be able to lay out your plans to her father.
Yeah, a lot of that is missing.
Pops, right? I'm trying to marry her. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like you're supposed to do that, so pops can vet you, see if your plans hold up.
Yeah,
things like that.
Yeah,
see if you're an upstanding man and all of that. Like you're supposed to do that. So I like when he said that.
It used to be mandatory. You had to do that. You had to go look that man in the eye and tell him what your intentions is and what you're trying to do and all of that and where you going in life. And you were vetted. And a lot of that's missing. That's why y'all, a lot of these situations come to be now because y'all can't pick the proper man because you're infatuated with the dude. You don't see the drawbacks and the downside of if you go off with this cat and have babies with him and all that, he leave you by yourself or whatever, it goes bad. Not to say that we could always, nothing is a guarantee. Your pops might approve of him and he might do something anyway. But at the end of the day, you got other people to look at him. You got other people to vet him. Take a second look and see if he bullshitting or if he's really about what he's saying he's about, Like that's very much missing today. And that's true. He should do that.
Yeah.
Yet again.
I like that.
Organically. Do what you do. Like if that's the type of person you are, then that's good. That's a good way to be. I feel the same way. I'm in agreement with him too. But that's just, like I said, for me, that's just my nature. Like, that's just how I get down. You know what I mean? So it's a natural thing. So I would want him to, if you're doing that, just do it naturally. But then, like you said, he going to the kitchen and da-da-da-da-da. So he trying to ingratiate himself.
And he about to say something about playing with the nephews and stuff. If that is natural, that you go out there and play with everybody.
My kids love me.
Right. Yeah, throw the ball. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Right.
If that is natural, then
you just
do that.
Cool. Like you trying to be cool, or are you really cool?
Don't try to put on or oppress her family. Because once you come in throwing the ball to the kids, they gonna always want you. Hey, let's go throw the ball. Mama always gonna be looking for you.
That's true.
Come in here and do these
grab
croissants.
These damn dishes. Yeah, whatever.
Right.
Help me with the da. Yeah, that's
get out there. You get with pops.
Yeah, stay with pops.
Get with pops on the grill. Oh, what the men folks. That's probably what he really need to do. That's get with the men folks at the cookout and conversate.
Yep. Absolutely.
Get you a beer.
Yep. Talk shit. Talk that shit.
One open. So play a little dominoes.
Talking crazy. That's all men do. Talk. Right. Get up, get beer, and talk crazy. That's what men do.
Right.
Love it.
Tea party, whatever, with your niece and stuff like that. So you know, your family to love me. I'm the type like I'm gonna ask for their blessing, you know, before I, start saving up for a ring and proposing and whatnot. So yeah, okay. that's me.
We got a couple of vague questions for you. Now I want to make sure I say it right. It's Javaris.
God,
Javaris.
Damn it.
Okay, man. So Javaris, Q said, strong work, Javaris. Ladies, show him some love.
Right. She's right. It says Jarvis.
So that one's that's a
makes sense.
Ari Lee said, "Let's go manager position.
Let's go manager.
You can definitely see the boost in your confidence. You look great, Javaris.
Well, hit him up, Ari.
Okay. I can't pronounce your name, but he said, I remember this guy when he came on the first time. He cleans up well, fast, not recognizable. Keep grinding, king." Okay. Now I can't remember. Are you a virgin? Did you tell me you was a virgin?
Why are we bringing this up now?
Yeah. So I would still call myself a virgin though, because I ain't gone all the way before.
Okay. No, but I wasn't but I'm gonna bring it up.
We should have had this conversation earlier.
Your head match. Did it happen after this show?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
Did you give or receive? Is my question. First time head.
Salute to him for getting some first time head.
Did he get or did he give?
Oh my God.
Can we give him a little bit of props for getting his first?
Either way. I'm gonna say either way.
My question is why you didn't seal the deal. What happened?
Yeah, that's a whole nother question. That's a whole nother question.
Why you didn't seal the deal?
Right. Whether you gave or received. Right. Why you ain't, you know what I mean? Now we here. Let's just, let's finish it out. Let's close out the story. Man.
Oh, shoot.
Shout out. Salute. You get that pud, King. You go out there and you get that pud in that head. You deserve it.
He gonna have even more confidence once he get his first
pud. Word. Gooey. Once he gets some of that gooey gushy. Right. His shoulders gonna drop. He's gonna get a little lean. He's gonna have a little natural lean on him. Go ahead, King. Go ahead. Just get him to a better barber and we straight. Like, we good. God dang.
Oh my God.
Well, I want to say this. It is a joy to see you with, you're a whole new person with this confidence. Do you feel like a new person?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I like that for you.
Swallowed up.
He got swallowed up.
I want you. I want you to have the bad boy swag with the sweet man spirit.
Kendra doesn't work like that. Kendra,
special about you. You can adapt the bad boy swag, but don't lose that good-hearted spirit that you have. That's what we all fell in love with. So let's do it. The time has come. How can someone reach out to you?
Yo.
Instagram, ITSJAVARIS. So it's Javaris. Again, ITSJAVARIS.
And there you have it. I'm wishing you the best.
Wishing you the best.
How many times is he gonna come back?
Yes, and right back at you. I hope you have success with your app and everything.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You gotta sign up for it.
Yeah, it's damn near May.
Okay, all right, I will do that.
If you're still single, you gotta sign up for it. May 7th, my birthday, is when the world can be a part of it. The quick update.
I'm gonna write that down.
We just added 800 more beta testers. So now 1,000 people are beta testing, and then come my birthday, May 7th.
Of course, it's on our birthday.
All right, we gotta go. I wish you the best, babe. Bye, boo.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, Javaris.
That brought joy to my
Whatever
heart.
he did.
I gotta go back to his first video. I want to watch his first video again to see this video because I just feel like he's a whole new guy. He's a whole new guy.
He's a whole new guy.
All right, let's keep going.